thoughts of you were sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to. But I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt to maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. But you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you will sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to. But I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Babe, I want to know.
No, he doesn't.
If you'd like, no, she does not. I do not want to know what's on her mind right now.
No.
She's a little upset with me. Yeah. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Breathe through it, guys. That's what we're gonna do today.
I'm gonna find the 18th button and push it today. Well, welcome everyone. Yeah. We try to get here on time. We're always a couple minutes late on purpose these days.
Yes.
On purpose.
Bailey said, "What did you do?"
Oh, what do you mean?
Why do I have to breathe through it?
Because of what I did. I don't know. I mean, I know my attitude was total crap before we started. I know that for a fact.
Like hours.
No.
Basically, since I got home.
What do you mean? You got home yesterday.
I know. You've had an attitude since I got home yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I want more of my Sarah, and I take it out on Sarah when I don't have enough time with Sarah. So.
Yes.
That is very true.
And some may think it's sweet. But it's not.
No, it's not. I miss her incredibly when she's not here. So this has been another one of those weeks where she was gone all week.
Yes.
Came back last night.
Yes.
So here we are. We're gonna try and get through this without her beaming me down with those eyes.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it's pretty intense. And we're not like that's a funny thing. Here we don't really get that mad at each other. We get super frustrated with each other, but it's easier as we grow together, right?
Are you
How was I
asking
saying?
me or telling me?
Well, I had a really profound statement to go
Okay.
in there, and I lost it. It went psh, because I was scared because you were staring at me. So fear took over. And I cowered. I was like, I don't know if I should say, I don't know what to say. Oh, good times. But yeah, everything usually goes well. It went well tonight. I'm wearing different headphones that are making weird noises.
Oh.
Here, hold on.
Is it popping?
No, it's just touching the cable makes noises on these ones.
Yeah.
Well,
I just ignore it.
well, my other ones didn't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Because they had
Aren't
little.
you
Well, they had
special?
they had little springy cord that would like pull it away from me.
Mm.
These ones are just flat. So who cares?
Let's start with a drink, guys.
Let's start. We're gonna do a
That-
Friday with a shot.
the
What did
life.
I do though? Realistically, bring it out.
It's friggin' snarky.
Yeah.
So yes, let's start
Like
with yesterday,
snappy
guys.
snarky.
Let's start with yesterday. The only thing I did yesterday when I got home was I had to go to a board meeting for the school. So I did that for an hour. And then I did nothing else but hang out with Scooter till like 12:30. And then I was like, okay, I've been going to bed at like 10 when I'm
Right.
when I'm not here. And so that extra 2 hours kills me, as my watch will tell me, like I need to sleep. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta go to bed. And he's like, nice seeing you. I'm like, the F are you talking about? We've been together for I get it. I know I wasn't here. I missed you too. But the F are you talking about? It's 12:30. And I gotta be up at 7:30 because that's who I am.
Right.
So that's where it started. And then it's just been going downhill since then.
Yeah. It's been uphill. It's been uphill for me.
Good. What?
Like I can only go up.
That's not
'Cause
true.
I'm starting at the bottom.
That is no. Your comments are getting worse. Worse.
So it's
but
not
then,
helping.
then before we started this, I always check the volume on my phone. So I checked the volume. I didn't have my headphones in and I let it play for like 5 seconds longer than I normally do. And he's like, you can put your headphones on and just hear it through there. The F are you talking about right now?
Okay, so I could have said it differently by saying, "Could you please put your headphones on?"
You could have said nothing because I was gonna do it. The same
Oh.
thing I do every Friday.
Okay,
There was nothing happening that was going to
I
mess
hear what you're
with
saying.
what was going on.
It was in my head because I hear that and I hear this, and I'm trying to see if the audio is playing, and I can't tell because I hear it from two different places.
My job is to tell you the audio's playing
Okay,
every Friday
gotcha.
for a long time now.
Okay,
Audio's playing.
is the audio playing? It was.
It was playing. And you know what? I didn't need my headphones on to find out if it was
Oh, and
playing.
it's already hotter.
Because I
in this.
can't even hear them with my headphones on. I have to take a headphone ear off to hear the friggin' thing.
Yeah, I think it was more of like you put down your phone, it was playing, you grabbed your pen and started writing, and your headphones were sitting over there. I was like, we're gonna go live in a second.
Yeah, I know how it works. Been doing it for months. I get it.
Actually, years now. It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get it right.
Yep.
So welcome to the Sarah and Scooter podcast. Across from me is Sarah.
And that's Scooter.
We are here. All right. This is going to be a good one.
And
I
if
can
you guys
feel
are in a
it,
relationship, you guys understand everything that just happened right there.
right? And it's working through it. And we don't, that's how we talk to each other too. We don't hold a lot back except for the cussing.
I actually don't cuss when I talk to you. I still say
I cuss.
the F.
I don't cuss at you. I don't think I'd cuss at you. I'll say hell, effing hell. Yeah, I will say that. That's kind of my go-to.
yeah.
But other than that, I don't think I cuss at you.
No.
You know, I think that's different.
Just in our heads.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I didn't.
That's a lie. Let's drink.
Oh, we're doing, okay. What are we doing? You're doing tequila.
I am doing
and
tequila.
I'm going to have a shot of Proper 12.
I have found out
Salute
Salud, that some tequilas are bugging me lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I went bougie and then I tried to go back to not as bougie. And the not as bougie wasn't doing it for me. I got a headache and I was like, what's happening? And that's like with like barely any, like one shot. So now I'm back to bougie.
It took her, it was like, gave her a headache and made her sleep in. And it wasn't a hangover. It was like she barely drank any of it.
Yeah. It was just, it wasn't. So anyways, I'm back to
I think you had one shot.
Yeah. And I was like, I feel like trash.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, it's like, as your body changes, you know, like we were saying, your chemistry changes, your palate changes, all these things change.
Yeah.
Could go one way or the other, but yeah, that's where we're at. So welcome to our Friday episode. We're going to hang out and we're going to do some giveaways. We still owe, well, there's something we have some transactions to do, Keith and I anyways. So, but I do owe him a hat and some stickers and stuff, and found out by real talk, we went to like send out keychains and stuff after our last episode last week, and we're out. We have like one.
Yes. Did you order some more?
Yeah, they were supposed to be here today. They might be showing up during the podcast.
Nice.
I don't know, either today or tomorrow they'll be here. So within like by Monday, I'll be sending out some keychains to some people. Those kind of things. So that was kind of fun. But we do have these right here. So let's go right into our sponsors.
Can I read a comment real quick before you get sponsors?
Go for it.
Beth said, LOL, for F's sake is my go-to. Right up there with really?
Really?
I just have to say really with my eyes. Because if I say really out loud, it's just not going to happen. Well, it's just bad.
Mine's usually when I'm upset. I don't think I do the really. When I'm upset, I go, and I'm maybe not just at you, but otherwise like, I don't think you want to say that to me.
No, you say people's names when you're upset.
Yeah, I get slower, more concise.
Yeah.
And I go, Sarah. I was like,
yeah. Anytime
this
it's
is
Sarah,
not-
and I'm like, Vincent, what do you want? Say my name like that.
because I'm like,
What are you, the government?
I'm a calm before the storm. You know, if I'm chill, it's probably not good.
I'm
upset.
just a storm. I
No,
feel
you're
like
not. You're
right.
The gate go. The dam's
But
closed.
that's the issue. I go from nothing because I don't want to fight with you to you keep pushing the buttons to now it's over.
Yeah.
I'm in Hulk mode and there's nothing back.
I'm gonna poke a hole in that dam.
I don't
Get
know why
the
you
power going
Don't
again.
know why you want to. I finished our disagreement in the car by myself this morning. All the bad words came out.
Yeah,
It was all bad.
makes you a much better person than me, and I'm okay with that.
Does it? I don't think that's what it means.
I think I'm very okay with that. You make me strive to be better.
All right.
All right.
Now we can do it.
Yes, Lever Consulting, sponsors for the evening as always, and for the foreseeable future. Lever Consulting, make sure to go to leverconsulting.com. We had an actual conversation just earlier about, I was talking to CJ about his grades.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, studying and taking notes in class and those types of things. Those kind of skills are just not taught. No, you're, especially when you get into the, your middle school, high school, we have a test next week. Make sure to take good notes and make sure to study.
Yeah.
And the kids are go, okay. And they go home like, I don't know how to do that,
Right.
but I'm supposed to do it. And then they wonder why kids don't do well.
Yeah.
So realistically, that kind of concept is us as adults, as kids, we're not given these tools. So it's kind of a Lever Consulting is one of those places that can give you those kind of tools and give you guidance in how to get to that point. So check out leverconsulting.com for an introductory consultation if you mention Sarah and Scooter.
Woot woot. And then our other sponsor is Yaya's Embroidery with Yarel. I'm wearing her shirt today. Advise me not. I don't have a long enough torso.
See these beanies too.
And the beanies,
The beanies.
because she's amazing.
The beanies.
If you mention Sarah and
The
Scooter, she would
beanies
give
are
you
the bee's knees.
10%. I was going to wear it today, but it actually is hot in our house. But not hot enough for the air conditioner because the way our PG&E bill works. But if you mention Sarah and Scooter, you'll get 10% off your order. She is amazing, and she's been sticking for us in Houston.
Yes.
She's been putting our stickers up. It's great.
Yeah.
Our
So,
QR
I mean,
stickers.
we'll send out stickers to some other people. And all we appreciate is don't break the law. unless you want to, I don't care.
Oh, man.
But put up stickers. It has a QR code, puts it to our link tree, so you can see our social media, our YouTube channel, and it also links you to our nonprofit, Pull Up a Chair Foundation.
Nice.
So, which Pull Up a Chair Foundation, real talk, the money that we raise through Pull Up a Chair Foundation pays for some of these classes that we go in and teach kids social emotional learning. So
yes,
that's kind of cool.
It's all a circle of life.
Yeah. So,
all right, one more comment in chat. Beth said, one of the lines from The Office is perfect for that. Start over. I say, I'm going to need you to stop using words now.
That's different.
Not to me.
Here's a tool that we use in our SEL classes. I need you to make a different choice.
No.
That would be worse. As an adult, saying that to another adult, I'm going to need you to make a different choice.
I think you'd punch in the mouth.
I was yeah, like, you don't get to the end of the sentence, you wake up in the hospital. What happened? I was like, this is what he said. Oh. Oh.
I just say, stop using words.
Yeah.
That's enough. Anyways.
You haven't said that to me in a long time.
Yeah, I'm trying to do better.
No, you should say it more.
Well, that's just confusing now. Good thing.
All right.
I got 4.
I only got 1.
Okay.
One that I'm thinking of, and I'll probably think of something else.
Okay. So I want to start off with Saturday. I got to hang out with my friend Kelsey. She drove up from Central Valley.
Yes.
And we went to a thing. But afterwards, we sat and had lunch and caught up. And I don't think I've seen Kelsey since my mom's funeral. So it was nice to just sit and
That's true.
Yeah, talk about life. And I haven't seen anybody really. But sit and talk about life and just hang out for a couple hours. That was nice. And she's always so pleasant, but real.
My good thing was I pulled the video. I'm not much of an editor because I don't like to do it. It's not that I can't. But I pulled the video. I recorded some of the video that we did last week just for the Logic and Lore playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out pretty good. Like about 30 minutes of us playing. I think it turned out well. The quality turned out well. I was very excited, and I still have to say it's such a good thing to have people in the community that will allow us to do that, because I mean, realistically, that's a game that's not even published.
Yeah.
And it's on Kickstarter, so it was kind of there's certain people it's a small community. The game design community is very, very small, even though you think it's huge because everybody thinks Milton Bradley, Monopoly.
Right.
Shove it up your shove it up your guess who. All those big games that have been around forever, but the gaming industry is so small, but yet has so much stuff going on and so many products and so many things, and they're small teams. Yeah. So I just I have to say it was a really good thing to have the opportunity to do that, and the video turned out quite well. I think we did well.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
It was actually fun. We played it again a couple times.
Yeah.
The next night.
Fuck, it's the same night, no?
No. It was the next night.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had game night on. That's why I was confused about the other conversation. We had game night on Saturday night last week.
Oh, got it. So our oldest daughter and her boyfriend like playing games, like board games with us. We're fun, I guess. We don't know. So they wanted to come over and play games tonight, and I was like, but what if we don't even like each other after this podcast? Might be weird.
We got to see how this works out. But it was and they go, because we always do that. And I was like, no, we don't. And that's why I was like, we don't. Sometimes we'll sing karaoke.
Yeah.
Or we'll play Rock Band.
Yeah.
After here. But we've never had a game night, because that means I have to tear everything down to have a game.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
So I'm like, just doesn't work. I'm lazy and don't tear down after this unless we're not getting along.
Yeah. It's true.
If we're not getting along, I come out here and
so we'll see
I'll just tear it down. Let's take a break.
Another good thing. So I have to travel for work, obviously, and we have this virtual office through this company called Regis.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is I can go on their app and be like, I have 3 hours, so I want to go sit at a Regis. I want to book an office. I want to have a clean bathroom. I don't have to spend money. I don't want to have to hear people's random conversations in a coffee shop. So I can just book a room and be like, oh yeah, here's your room for 3 hours. Let us know if you need anything.
That's cool.
Wi-Fi is free. I don't want your Wi-Fi.
I mean, it's part of your subscription.
Yeah, but it's nice to just be able to have it. Because, man, having to order Starbucks every time you're out is so expensive.
Well, and when you're traveling and you still got to work, where do you work? In the hotel, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're out working in the areas. Like
Yes.
that's really, I think it's a cool concept that I don't think a lot of people know exists.
Yeah.
I didn't know this existed until you started doing this, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
When you got that office, and I was like, what? I didn't even know it was a thing.
I know. It's awesome. All right. Next one. Kickboxing's back. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared for my life, but my old kickboxing coach opened up a new location and I'm going tomorrow and I am terrified.
You should be.
I don't know if you guys have ever, as an adult, used a jump rope, like for exercise. The trauma your feet go through when you use a jump rope as an adult who have not like stretched their feet or like done anything to their feet, and the knots that exist. Anyways, I tried using jump rope last week to like prepare myself.
Yeah.
I think I got like maybe 2 minutes at a time. I still got like, I did 800 skips.
Yeah.
But my poor feet, when I tell you, I feel like it was rocks in there. So I'm scared tomorrow, honestly.
But I was looking at, you remember the days when that wasn't that big of a deal? Your feet didn't, they still get sore.
Yeah.
But we could do it. And we were doing stuff like that on mats, not even on concrete with shoes. And like, and this is only a few years ago.
I know.
So we talk about as you get older. I don't think it's because we get older. It's because we stop using the product.
Yes.
Right? It was like, it's kind of like if you let something sit in a container for a long time, it's going to kind of either get crusty, dried out. And I was like, that's where we're at right now. Our bodies. Yeah, we're crusty and dried out.
So tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'm going to be there. And then I told Scooter, if I die, come get me. And he said no.
I said, no.
How jacked up is that?
I was like, how am I going to drive 2 cars home?
You don't have to. Just come get me, obviously. We'll figure the cars out later.
I think that was the start of the downhill.
That was the start of the downhill today.
I was like,
whatever. Don't ask me for any favors. All right, last one.
I won't.
Social media has been telling me, and I'm going to do it.
Oh, yes, 97.
X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, March 20th. I'm in. Son of a bee, I'm in. I watched it right before this, and I was like...
March 20th. It's already out.
Is it? No.
Isn't it? No?
It said March 20th. I was just on there.
I thought it was out.
I was like, it's not March 20th yet.
All I'm saying is the concept behind it is freaking amazing. It's the 90s X-Men cartoon.
So good.
Come back in the same style.
Nostalgia.
Very similar voices.
Yes.
I don't know if they got the same voice actors, but they're really trying. They're trying to sound like the original X-Men that came out in the 90s.
I might tear up.
No, she was like almost in tears before here.
I might tear up, guys.
Yeah.
But then I won't.
I thought we were going to cancel this because she was going to watch the trailer over and over and just curl up in a ball. And
if there had been an episode out, I'd been like, we're not doing it. We're not doing the thing today. It's not happening. I'm watching X-Men.
Yeah, she would do that.
I want to be Storm when I grow up.
Oh, what do you mean when you grow up?
I have to grow up first and I can be Storm. Obviously.
Well, was that what remember that quote? What did they say? People keep thinking I'm an adult because of my age.
Yes.
I was like, why do you think I'm an adult? It's because you're old.
Just hoping.
And they're like, that doesn't mean anything.
Your hair's almost all grays.
Yeah, it depends on the haircut.
That's true.
Because I think the sides of my hair is darker, and I don't grow out the sides anymore.
He got the best haircut he's ever had today.
That makes me bummed that you say that.
Why?
Well, because I've had a lot of haircuts in, 13 years we've been together.
Yeah.
And today was a good one.
Yeah.
First time.
That's not true. You've had other good ones, but this is the best one.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you say that was a good haircut.
That's not true.
You go, wow, that's shorter than normal. Whoa, that's longer than normal. That's usually what you say.
Yeah.
But today was like, hey, that's a really good haircut.
Yes.
That's one of the best you've had.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, how'd the other ones look? Dang.
Not as good as this one. I mean, obviously. That's exactly what that means.
Ooh.
Most people would say, thank you for the compliment.
I did say thank you.
I'm talking about right now.
Oh, right now I have to say it again?
No, right now you're complaining that I didn't say your other haircuts were good.
Because at the time I said thank you. I said, because it does.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said, yeah, I agree.
I said, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. That is the same thing.
Oh, gosh.
Same thing.
Yeah, exact same thing.
Whew, I'm in trouble today.
I mean,
feel it.
You keep making bad choices.
Yeah, I do.
Rant of the week, rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
So we don't have like real straws in our house. We only have like giant straws for giant cups. And I didn't want to put this in a giant cup because there's not enough. I'd have to put like 3 cans.
You're drinking a It's the ones that the straw you're using is it goes the big Starbucks cups.
Yeah.
Or those big coffee.
Last time you cut the straw because you wanted a smaller one.
Yeah, that's
you threw the other one away.
What normal people would do. Just cut the straw. Because we have like 20 of those.
Yeah.
So I cut one.
Now there's no cup for it.
But you know what's funny?
No.
There's no cup for it.
Yeah.
For that straw?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is the small. What are you talking about?
Well, if you cut the straw was meant, this cup it was meant to go in now has no straw.
Well, no. We have like 20 of those straws that are that size and that exact same
But
dimension.
they all have homes.
No, they don't. We do not have 20. We've got close to 20. But they're cycled through, man.
What were you going to say?
Straw without a home. Or a straw without a cup.
Straw without a cup.
Is that like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song?
No.
Every rose doesn't have its thorn.
No.
So if you take the thorns away, you don't have a rose.
I don't know what this is.
Is
that country?
Well, it's kind of country. There's this stream, this YouTube. What's his name? Rudy. Oh my gosh, he's this Arab guy, and he does a lot of self-parody stuff. And he's just so funny. But he wrote like a 1.5 or 2 minute song that says it's called "What Country Music Sounds Like to People That Don't Like Country."
Oh gosh.
And it was so spot on. It's not about losing truck or anything like that. He goes, "I'm just really sad," and like I was like, it's hilarious. So it's something. And during the whole video, like his cat's crawling on him and stuff. It was adorable. This guy's got millions of viewers, but it was like, I don't know why people that my friend group don't watch that kind of weird crap.
I don't know that I've even showed it to me.
No. It was, you've been gone.
I can get a text message.
Do you?
You should remind me what to add to my rant.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Responding to text.
I have 3 things.
Mine's really that I have this pleasure of when it's chilly down here to turn on the little fireplace, and it brings the place up just a few degrees.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It's over there. I was banned from using gas in the house.
Yeah.
But for good reason. It tripled?
It was psychotic.
It tripled in price.
So the way
in 1 month it tripled.
The way our gas company does things is I think it's 4 months. They take 4 months average, and then that's what they keep charging you. So they're like, well, the last 4 months your bill was up, so it went from $97 to like $244 per month for the next 4 months. And I was like, I called them. I was like, the F. Is it broken? Do you need to come out and check my meter one more time?
Almost 3 times.
It's never been this high. No. Like in the last 13 years we've lived here, it's never been this high, or 10 years or whatever. Psychotic.
Yeah, that was too much for me.
As I was like, nobody touched the friggin'.
Yeah.
And I know it's not even that. It's the gas dryer and the gas appliances, whatever. But I was just like, there's no way.
I know, but that's what I was getting to. It wasn't really about not using that.
Yeah.
But I was getting to. I was seeing
PG&E.
I was seeing if it would get you before.
I said, I want to listen, PG&E. I never said the fires were your fault. Don't charge me extra because people keep charging
we're not
you.
Suing you. Oh, like the fires are stupid people fault most of the time.
Dude. Like, can I opt out of blaming you for the fires and then get my gas bill back? But granted, for a long time, our gas bill was $9. So, I mean, I knew at some point it had to even out. But
it really was. Well, how much was it, actually? It was like...
it's been down to $9. Like, we paid $9 for like a year for some reason. And then they sent me a check because it said I overpaid. And I was like, all right.
So I think they're looking back and going, because you're trending up. And I was like, but so think about that. Like it was like 3 years ago when it was at 9.
No, it was like last year.
Because I know. Oh, I thought it was while we were in shelter in place. Like
no.
COVID. Oh, it was after.
Well, it was. Then it's been for at least 2 years then, because it's been for a minute. We haven't had to pay over. Every once in a while, it like went up to $91 for like a month, and then it would go back down to like $9. And I'm like,
I'm sitting there, it was like, so think about that.
I know.
At 2 years ago it was 9. Now it's 250.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do people function?
Well, I'm just trying to understand. Yeah. What if you are living like to where 250, because there are a lot of households that $250 a month,
dude,
will make or break you.
Yes.
I was like, how would you do that?
Yes.
Just
do something strange for a piece of change.
Just start a fire in the middle of your house?
Yeah.
But now it's getting warmer, so I'm okay with.
Now you want to turn the air conditioner on.
I did, and then you said no about that. I was like, well, that's not gas.
It's not, but we have to win somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. I know. I was like really toasty.
Open a window.
It went up 6 degrees in here. It's normally like 70 degrees. She hates it. I love it.
Freezing.
Oh, I love it. It feels like a real studio because real studios are like 65 to 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Because there's equipment running and all that kind of stuff. And this isn't a studio. It's our dining room.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to have that at 70 degrees. And then today, 76. What your mama?
I thought it was going to die. I was like, it's 76. It's not 80-something degrees in
I
here.
almost said, caramba.
Ay, caramba.
Ay, caramba.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah. That.
Well, they are.
So yeah, it was basically gas prices was kind of frustrating for me.
I have 3. Cars taking over. So these new fancy cars that exist that decide they want to keep you in a lane is the most crazy dangerous thing to me because I don't know where you guys are at, but like California, everything's under construction. So you're on a freeway, the line that's supposed to be there and the line that actually is there, not always the same thing. So I was driving in this car who wanted to use the line that was supposed to be there versus the line that was there. And so it kept pulling me into the direction of cars. And I'm like, I don't want your help. I know what I'm doing. I'm awake. So please stop pulling my car in certain directions because it's not safe, dear car.
It's one of those things of, and we can talk about that a little bit more too because every car that we've ever rented hates me.
Oh, hates him.
Like yells at me constantly.
Yeah.
Like constantly.
It is weird.
Like I was like, I'm in my lane, just taking an exit, and it goes. I'm like, what do you want me to do, bro? It's like pulling my wheel. I'm like, okay. And then I turn on my blinker to go. And it goes. I was like, there's nobody around. Like I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not running off the road. And I thought it was just me. Like, okay, then you got in the car and go. Why is it yelling at you? Like, I have no idea. Like it.
Yeah, they do always yell at you.
Everyone that we've rented.
Yeah, it is odd because they don't yell at me.
No.
It always thinks my backpack's a person because it's so heavy. I have to buckle up the front seat so it stops beeping at me. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because it's so heavy.
Well, all I'm saying is hilarious to how much stuff you put in your backpack.
Yeah. That's why I'm buff. Just kidding.
It's true.
All right. Me and charging things. I'm sorry, I have to rant about myself. I feel like I prepare myself when I go and do things, but I get places and I'm like, why was my computer on the whole time and now it's dead and my hotspot's dead and my phone didn't charge? Like, what's going on in life? And I feel very prepared when I walk out the front door. By the time I get to my destination, I realize I'm not.
No, you're not.
So I rant about myself. And the last one, Scooter texts. Scooter when I'm not here. And I'm like, hey, I'm driving. Whatever, we're going to talk about stuff. He sends me links to things. He's like, oh, you should go to these breweries. And then I have it read the direction to me or read the message to me on my car. And it's like, Scooter message, www. And I'm like, why are you sending me a link? Or it's like Scooter maps. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Okay, so here's a rebuttal. It's going to be decently... It's going to be okay. So you're on your way from, where was it? Los Angeles, driving to San Diego.
Yes.
And the idea was to find some breweries along the way.
That's what you brewery.
Said. You said find a brewery on the way. So since I'm an Apple user and you're a Google Android user, I went to Google Maps.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it would send you the correct link. And all I did was go to Google Maps, find it, and say send, and I sent it to Sarah.
Yeah.
That's all I did. So if it's a problem with Google and Android, that's not my problem.
It's not a problem.
All I did.
That's what you're missing. If I was just looking at my phone, I'd be like, oh, cool, link. But I'm driving. I can't be like, hey, can you go ahead and click on that link for me and then take me the direction of the text message he sent me?
What? So how else was I supposed to give you the direction?
If you would have
was I supposed to call you and tell you step by step until you got there?
No, homie. You're just supposed to say, go to Aleworks. And I would have been like, okay. And then I would tell the thing, hey, go take me to Aleworks. Because when you send me a link, I have to pick up my phone and figure out what is this place.
Well, I thought that would be because if you're an Apple user and you send it from your Apple phone to another Apple phone, you open it up or you just say, take me to that destination. You could just say, hey, Siri, do this, and then it'll just do it. So I'm sorry that you chose to use an Android. I'm sorry. No, I'm saying
You're missing the point of what I'm saying. Because, okay, next time you're driving, I'm going to send you a link from the maps and see what it comes up on your message.
Cool.
Because I think that's the point you're not. But you do the same thing on Instagram. I'll be driving and you send me something from Instagram and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Just read it when you get to the destination. That's the whole point of a text. If it was an emergency, I'd call you and go, you know what? Click on that link. It's funny.
Like, when it comes to directions, I can't click on it when I'm driving. It's unsafe.
I think that's another funny point. It was like all these things you went from me saying, you said all these things that I see in these videos that I watch, I didn't send them to you. But now you're saying when I send it to you, you're too busy to see it. So which one am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to know exactly where you're at when you're driving, or
yes.
And how am I supposed to know when you're driving? How am I supposed to know where you're at? Because you chose to do an Android. Again, the other 4 people in this house know our other people's locations. We know what we're doing. You're the only outlier that we have no idea where you're at, or if you're driving,
you
or
know
if you're in an appointment.
When I'm driving.
I'm just telling you.
You know when I'm driving.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
There are times when I do, but I don't know when you're driving. When you tell me you're driving, then I do know you're driving. But how am I supposed to, throughout the day, I was like, she's probably driving. You don't tell me when you're driving.
I usually call you when I'm driving.
Not all the time.
I try.
All I'm saying
you're
is,
awake.
like, if you're driving from one appointment to the next appointment, are you going to tell me that? No. Okay, so, but I'm supposed to know that she must be driving. Don't send her anything now.
I gave you my calendar.
That's not complete.
It is for appointments.
Okay. That means those appointments are from 2 to 3. You're never there early. You're always there on time. Doesn't stay late. You never get out early. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Okay. I will do my best to read your mind and know your location and know whether you're driving, even if you don't tell me. I will do my best.
Appreciate it.
I will do my best.
Awesome. That was my last rant.
Yeah, it didn't go well, did it?
It went good for me.
Yeah. I can't read your freaking mind. I can't.
Nobody said you had to.
Well, then how am I supposed to know when you're driving?
Mostly it's about the location and the maps thing. When you're like, you should look out this.
I didn't say you should. You just said, send me a location of a brewery. I made a mistake. Sent you 4 of them in a little area. I thought it was sending you. I went to Google Maps because I know you use Google Maps.
I didn't say you were wrong for sending me the
I was trying to send you 4 in a little location, and I sent it through Google Maps because I thought if I send it through Apple Maps, it's not going to work. So my intentions were 1,000%.
I agree.
For you.
Yes.
But yet, that's your rant.
Yes. I didn't say it was bad.
All right.
We're done with the podcast today.
I will do better. I will do better. Like the little emergency with Lil Wayne. I will do better.
The what?
Little emergency with Lil Wayne.
What is that?
The song, the stupid song.
I have no idea what song you're talking about. Little emergency with Lil Wayne.
You had an little emergency about Lil Wayne. This happened like 24 hours ago.
That was a Lil Wayne song. I was like, I don't know what song.
Why would I say that?
I don't know. I was confused.
Jokes are not. They're zinging by you. I'm a funny guy. I'm upset. My rant is going to be about you and assuming I need to do everything correctly.
Dude, not one point did I say you have to do everything correctly.
Just send you the right brewery at the right time.
No. All I said was send me the name, not the Google Maps.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. You just said, look up some in the area you said, look up a brewery that's on my way there. And it's like, cool. So I did that, sent you a link.
Yes.
To 4. I was like, so you could choose. I was actually trying to be nice. I really was. Because sometimes breweries, you end up going to like 2 or 3 anyways.
Yeah, because the first one didn't have any beer for you.
Yeah, I was just like, that's why I sent a few.
Got a woosah.
Well, just because I sent 4 doesn't mean you have to go to 4.
But I can't decide which one to go to while I'm driving.
Then choose one.
That's why.
the first one I sent.
Well, that's why I asked you to choose.
Okay.
That was all.
I was just giving you options.
I know.
Because just like what happens, sometimes they're closed. Sometimes
yes,
that's happened many times to us.
I agree.
That's all.
Okay.
I did my best. I actually tried.
Yes, you did.
So I'll do better. I will do better.
Oh,
No one love you
gosh.
better. Do you know anybody know that song that Love You Better? It's a they sampled it. So De La Soul samples it. I was listening to it. It was actually on the Colbert, what's it called? Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
I think so.
Yeah, they actually got to perform it on there, even though Plug 2 hasn't been around for a while, but about a year or two. It's kind of sad that he wasn't there, but it was pretty dope because they're still relevant in 2024.
Yeah.
In the music industry, in hip hop, they're still relevant.
Do you want to donate your album for a raffle?
Donate what?
Your De La Soul album for a raffle?
No.
Okay, just check.
Never.
Angel in the chat said, what I do when Beth is working, I email her links. Then she doesn't have the pressure of checking something with a notification. I'll start an email and save the links I want to share all at once.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
If she read her email. I don't know if she's going to read it.
We're going on to what's up. I meditated today and everything.
I know. So what's going on? I'm feeling great. Even though I feel like got a scattergun going at you. It was like, but you're not taking them well.
Yeah, I am.
I got frustrated for sure.
I haven't hulked out yet.
I know. I got frustrated for sure because I was like, I felt like my intentions were good. It's disheartening to have like you had your intent was 100% good. Like, and then the Lil Wayne thing, I was trying to make that kind of like just got out of the shower and she's trying to figure out this Lil Wayne song, and I'm not a real Lil Wayne fan, so I have no idea. I said, but I'm gonna pick you up in like 30, 40 minutes. I can probably figure it out. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. I was like, I'll do my best. You know, and I said, okay, I'll go down there. And all she gave me was raps slow at the beginning.
Yes. About a girl.
About a girl.
That's what I gave everybody.
So I was like, cool. I went through like 10 songs. And found one. Yeah. And then she goes, that's not the one. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to help you. I have no other guidance than that. Yeah. And also, I didn't know that the day before that it was frustrating about the links. I was just like, I don't. What am I doing? My intentions were 100%.
I wasn't mad at the Lil Wayne.
No, I understand that, but I was just feeling kind of defeated at that point. You know. So yeah, that's all.
I'm sorry. I didn't make you.
No,
I didn't mean to make you feel defeated about Lil Wayne.
No, because I'm usually good at that crap.
That's why I asked.
That wasn't about you making me feel that way. I felt like, oh man, I can figure this out. And then it was like, there's not that many songs.
It was an impossible song, guys. It took me.
And it's not a good song. It's not a good song.
I apologize now for all of my bad language, but the first part of the song's good. The rest of the song's not good.
Oh, so as a whole, it's mediocre?
50%. Yeah.
So it's just less than average.
Yes.
50% is failing.
It's average.
50% is average?
When it comes to music.
Well, then our son now has straight C's. If 50% is average.
I said music, not grades.
I don't think so. If you gotta hold your music to a higher.
There are some songs where like the lyrics are great, but the music sucks.
Yeah, but
still mediocre song.
This is the way I looked at it. It was like, this is how I explain it, and the way my brain processes that. If the lyrics are good and the song's not very good, that's like taking a very beautiful piece of whatever you love to eat. The highest end sushi, prime rib,
tofu.
It depends what you like. I don't know, but you serve it on a pile of poop. So all of it's pretty good. It's average then. That doesn't make sense to me. Like if the lyrics are good and the music's crap, I'm done. If the music's great and the lyrics are stupid, I can't get on board. Then the song is not good.
But you don't have mediocre. You're like, the song's either really good or I'm never listening to it again.
That's not true. There's some songs that I was like, I'm okay with that song. But I always look at it this way. And also, I don't like judging people's art like that. All I'm saying is that song to you has something going on for it.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean that the song to you is good. it means something to you because it brings
I
you
find
to
the lyrics are good.
because it brings you to a certain place, either in time in your memory or a time in your psyche or in your emotions. It takes you to that time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I look at CJ, like the music that CJ listens to. Musically is the worst thing musically, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Not all of it.
Musically, 90% of it is horrible. Like musically, it has like two notes in it, and it just repeats.
Yeah.
I'm like, to me, it's so horrible, and musically, it's horrible. But if it brings him to a place of joy,
Right.
or whatever, or emotions and all this stuff, then it's good for him.
Yeah.
That's a good song to him.
Right.
I can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, like, musically, that's not a good song. The one you're talking about, it's just not a good song.
What?
It's not. It's not.
We're going to ignore the words that he's saying.
You can't.
This is when you could stop saying words.
You can't ignore the words I'm saying, because
I can.
when you're louder, you're always right.
No, that's not fair.
That's wrong. It's a joke.
Bailey said, wait, I didn't know feet stretches were a thing. Oh my gosh. Feet stretches are so important, people.
Essential.
If you don't realize how much you use your feet,
Do you stand up?
yeah.
Then you use your feet.
Like literally you should be stretching your feet multiple times a day.
Honestly, if you're in a wheelchair,
Even then.
probably should stretch your feet.
Yeah.
Blood flow down to there. You probably stretch them just as much. But realistically, any appendage, I mean, and I'm preaching stretching,
He doesn't stretch.
but I don't stretch.
He won't do it.
I don't stretch. Like, I could barely get out of this chair.
Ooh, so there's these little like they're balls. And like it's gonna sound even worse. I can't say it. Anyways,
They're blue balls.
I was gonna say they're hard. So they're
Pause.
right, pause. They're literally for physical therapy, but you could put them under your feet. But same thing with like if you have weights, like smaller weights, that especially the hexagonal ones,
Yeah.
you put it on your feet and you roll it through your entire foot, not just your arch. Man, if you have never stretched your feet or tried
Well,
it before, you're gonna be like, why
even-
is this awful?
It doesn't even have to be a hard ball. It could be like a tennis ball.
Yeah, but the other ones
I understand. All I'm
are
saying
better
is,
for pain.
I understand that.
Tension.
But if you've never done it,
Just go all
why
in.
go straight?
Just go all in.
Yeah.
Just go.
You
Just
know,
do
I
it.
was thinking about, taking up swimming. So drop me in the English Channel. Just drop me in the middle and make me swim to the, like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, gradually, like, seriously, tennis balls are amazing for
That's
your,
true.
I mean, and that's something you can get for like 99 cents.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
can get 3 of them. But
That's true.
But really, tennis balls, like for your back,
Yeah.
for your, even like rolling them on your hamstrings,
Oh.
rolling them on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel said, you must not be old enough to get the suggestive videos in your feed to be mobility stretches. I get them all the time. I follow like 5 physical therapists just to get stretches. Because I was like, ooh, my knee's not feeling awesome today.
Yeah. My cookies for my search history, you don't want to know what comes up in mine. Like,
Podcast.
no. It's mostly, most of it's equipment of some sort, either music or video, audio equipment.
Yeah.
But the random things that I get in there, like the big thing that I'm getting in my stream the whole time, like advertising, is this 22-pound mug. Have you seen this?
Why is that a thing?
It's a thing. Because it's
Like,
it's
mug.
22 pounds and it holds like 16 ounces.
That's ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but it's obviously whatever I look at in general, they're like, this guy will like this.
Okay,
So it's popped up like 7 times.
I just had a thought though. You know what'd be fantastic is a mug like that where the weight's always off. So when you go to drink it, you just spill on yourself. Oh, that'd be amazing.
I thought that's what it was when I saw the first advertisement for it, because the guy was doing this and he couldn't hold it. I was like, oh, it must be like, no, it's just,
Ah,
it's very thick metal around the thing, but it's 22-pound mug.
that's ridiculous.
That's the coolest thing. I was like, I want it.
Why?
I would
Where would you even put it?
I don't know.
Right.
I-
You'd have to get rid of like 87 of your other mugs to replace that one.
No, I'd have to build another cabinet because I'd probably,
Yeah, that's
stress
true.
the other ones out.
Yeah, let's not do that. Beth said, oh my God, there's an incredible Ryan George video about him needing to fix a door, and then his YouTube recommendations are all about doors. Yeah, you can't do
can't-
anything.
No,
You can't
don't.
have a thought. You can't slow down on anything.
No.
You can't, like, you just have to keep scrolling real fast.
Yeah, just, I mean, don't stop on anything Because if you do, they know.
Right.
No, realistically, like the things that get thrown into
Mine are still good.
mine are not.
Mine are like
Mine are weird.
really good shoes, exercises, and cake.
Well, my last one was these little push-up handles.
Yeah.
That are round on the outside.
Why?
So
so you have to
so you have
balance?
to stabilize.
Oh, man.
But they also come with like little rings that you put there so it does stabilize them,
Yeah.
so you can graduate up to it. I was interested in those. That one I was like, hey.
This is our tangent episode. But have you seen the video where this lady, these women are on a Bosu ball? You know what a Bosu ball is?
No, not even.
So
not
it's like
close.
you take
Explain it so people can't understand what you're saying.
Okay. So anyways, so you take like a ball basically, and they cut it in half, and then the top part is hard, and the bottom part is like a
Oh, so you're
ball.
talking like the yoga balls, the big exercise balls, but it's
cut in half.
It's not half. It's less than half.
Yeah, it's less than half. You're right. It's less than half, but it has like a hard top.
I didn't know it had a name called what?
The Bosus.
Bosu.
It's a Bosu ball, oddly enough.
Bosu.
Bosu. B-O-S-U.
Like Bo and Sue.
Like B-O-S-U. Don't say it again. You can do it.
B-O-S-U.
Okay. So there's this lady who's sitting there holding a weight, and she's trying to balance on a Bosu ball because she sees these other ladies do it while they're in a squat. And so not only are they balanced, but they're also doing this to like work their hips. And so she gets on there with the weight. And like immediately, she's not even squatting. Her poor legs are like just going back and forth as fast as they can. And her eyes look so terrified.
Well,
I was like, poor lady.
we've been there though. You know when your legs get into that?
Yeah.
This.
The deer walk.
Yeah. What is that? It was like there's something in your brain can't stop it from happening. It just starts going. It's like, if you just stopped, you would either lean to the side,
Right.
lean to the other side, or you'd fix it. But for some reason, the muscles in your legs can't stop. It's kind of like when you are falling forward.
Yeah.
And you do all the long steps
Before
and
you
then
fall.
ram into
Yeah.
something. It was like, there's so many more options.
Yes.
But your brain, I mean, me, it wouldn't. I just roll. That's my brain. But if you're not good at that kind of stuff,
That
you're kinda like,
mind-body connection.
yeah, it's like you're like, how do I get back up on my feet? Done. And your skin, your face is planted into a concrete wall.
But now I want a Bosu ball.
Let's get one. I used to use them at the gym years ago.
Yeah.
At the
Good for stability.
At the Y, when I had to think of the Y, I used to do squats on them.
Yeah.
And then I used to do push-ups on them because it was
Yeah.
similar to that. I would do
Yeah.
push-ups on them. I would do those.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Anyway, so we're kind of at. Oh, what's up? I only did the
So
world.
this section is what's up in your area. So it's what's up in you
World.
or area.
I did world.
Okay.
It's St. Patrick's Day this weekend. Woot
Oh, it
woot.
is.
So
That's something to talk
wear
about.
some green and make good choices.
Ah.
Make smart, dumb choices.
Make legal choices.
Is what I like to
just
say.
make them legal.
I mean, do you?
Just don't hurt somebody else.
Yeah, that part.
How about that?
Yeah.
I don't care if you do things that are illegal,
Just don't hurt
but
others.
just don't do it against somebody else.
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
But man, just remember to take pictures when you're out if you're going to be out this weekend. Because I feel like
We
I
always
always forget to
We
take
always
pictures.
do.
Kelsey messaged me when he got back. She's like, we didn't take a single picture. And I'm like, we didn't. And I'm probably not going to see you again for who knows how long.
Well, we take more random like selfie pictures when we're just like outside standing there.
Yeah.
But when we actually go do stuff, we're like totally forget.
Yeah. Because
Totally.
we're in the moment.
Yeah, I was like, I mean,
So leave the moment, take some pictures, and get back in the moment.
yeah, because and realistically, it's in this day and age, selfies are not about or taking a picture of what you're doing. We don't do it because we want to show off what we're doing.
No.
I don't think we've ever done that.
Yeah.
Like, look where we're at. We're in blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
more of, hey guys, we're enjoying some life out here. You should check these kind of things out. Hey, feel encouraged to go outside and do something a little silly. Do something weird.
Yeah.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Yeah.
I found out no, it's another tangent. My bad.
Speaking of
Have
St.
tons of
Patrick's Day,
tangents.
the other what's up in you.
There's something going on in Sacramento, and we're going to be there.
That's all I was going to say. On
I
Sunday,
knew where you're headed.
we're going to go see Jimmy Carr downtown.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. If you don't know him, Google him because his
You're
laugh
missing
is
out on life.
friggin' hilarious. That's pretty good, actually.
That was actually really good. That's the first
He
time I heard.
hosts
I've done it.
like
everything in the UK.
every
Everything.
show, game thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's hilarious. So we're gonna go see him on Sunday. We're gonna grab dinner first at Empress Tavern,
Oh, we are?
which you've been there before. It's
didn't
the
know
one
that.
underground.
I didn't know that.
Well, I asked you.
No, it was a different conversation.
No.
You said, I'm going to take you out for dinner.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to Empress. That's all I said.
Well, we've talked about Empress before.
Yeah.
This. So.
But that...
Like, we talked about the things we were going to do before yesterday or whenever it was.
Maybe.
Because it's in the same building. And I was like, yeah, we can go back in there.
As the show?
Yeah. So remember when we went
wow.
there that one time? It's underground, the restaurant. And then there's like a theater that's above ground. That's all connected. Yeah,
That's
so
the
it's the same, the theater. That's where we're going.
Hello.
I know. And you
Are we
can
going
take...
to
Are we going to what?
Gonna Uber? Well, I was like,
Or
it's
Lyft.
kind of like when you do a podcast. It's like you let the other person talk.
No, we don't do it here.
No.
No.
So I don't edit any of this because
Why?
we talk over each other. No, I did not know that.
Yeah. And you can take your food and drinks into the theater from the tavern. It has to be from the tavern, but you can take your stuff in there.
Do you think Jimmy will be down there having a snack?
I'm going to say maybe.
I mean, probably there's so many people in Sacramento that have no idea who this human is.
I would hope if you're going, you know.
But maybe some people, I feel
Because
like,
it's not a very big location.
but it's not super expensive either.
I don't remember how much it was.
That's what I'm saying. It's a small location.
Yeah.
Not that expensive.
I mean, that'd be cool if he's down there. Well, no. He can't hold back his laugh.
Well, not only that, it's just like he'll stick out.
I would be like, wouldn't
To
that be
me.
hilarious if that wasn't his laugh? That'd be so weird. You hear all of a sudden he's like, ha ha ha. Like, what is happening?
He's like, hordy, 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 hordy,
He's a liar.
hordy, hordy.
Anyways, we're going to go see Jimmy Carr on Sunday.
Yeah, and big fan. I'm actually he does the Big Fat Quiz.
Yes.
He hosts all the Big Fat Quiz shows in the UK.
Yes.
He hosts right now. Is he doing 8 out of 10 cats?
Yes.
He's on 8 out of 10 cats. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who he is, or Richard Iowati,
Yep.
if you don't know those two people, UK, then
You can't be Scooter's friend.
You are super behind in life. Just catch up, people, because they've been around for a minute.
Agreed.
But no, I'm really excited about that. I'm not super excited to go to a comedy show with that kind of comic because he loves.
It's got to be dirty.
He loves picking out people.
I don't
in the
think we're in the
audience.
front, though.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying he loves picking out people in the audience and not. Yeah, I mean, just if you don't want him to make fun of you, shut up.
Well, that's not fair because I'm with you. I don't want to get picked on by association.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, I don't think I will because I'm scared. Well, I'm not scared of big people. I'm scared of smart people
Yeah.
because it's like I feel like smart people can hurt me and it's gonna hurt for a long time.
Yeah.
Big tough people, they're gonna punch me in the face and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get over that. I'll heal. But the other one was like 10 years from now. I was like, maybe I really am that fat, or maybe I'm really not that smart. Maybe I really am a bad husband. You know, it's like it's gonna eat at you
Yeah.
for a long time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyways, that's what's up this weekend. I'm sure there's other things, but that's all we're doing.
Yeah, that's all. Amazing things.
Shout out! Woo!
This is a segment where we shout out somebody, something, or things we're interested in.
Yeah. How many you got?
I've only wrote down one thing for everything.
Okay.
I was taking it light tonight because I thought maybe we'd goof around and do giveaways and stuff like
Well,
that.
we're doing something.
Yeah.
You want to do a giveaway before we do this?
No,
Okay.
we got to do the shout out and then we'll do a giveaway. So
Okay.
stay tuned, guys. After the shout out, we're going to do a giveaway, which is a beanie or two, some stickers, keychain,
When they get here.
a huge, well, I thought they'd be here by now. Like literally by now.
Your watch was saying you need to stand up.
Yeah, it says that all the time
Okay.
because that's it. But do you know, I do it once an hour and it's totally fine.
Okay, so my first shout out is so again, I'm on a board for a fundraising event that's coming up in April. So I have to shout out Alyce and Ben for doing part of the work for me and dropping off flyers at different locations around the area.
But okay, you're going to give them a shout out, but yet you don't know if they did it yet.
I hope that they did.
Okay. All I'm saying is you have no idea if they did it.
That is true. I shout them out for being willing to do it.
I don't know if they're willing. They just took a stack of papers and left.
I gave instructions. They seem to
All
understand
I'm saying.
them.
Okay. I'm just
But I did give them till tomorrow to get it done.
okay.
Yeah.
So tomorrow at noon they'll be like, tomorrow's not over.
That's true.
So,
Ugh.
my shout out. What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Whoop told me I need to go to bed on time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoop.
Whoop.
There it is.
It says be in bed by 10:30.
If everybody doesn't know what Whoop is, just check it out.
There
Whoop.com
it is.
or Whoop.app or app.whoop, something like that.
Sure.
It's these little things we've been wearing.
Oh.
It's making us better people.
Arr.
Eggers.
Those are some people we know.
I'm giving them a shout out because I feel like sometimes people need it. And as somebody who's been around toddlers a lot, you, me, other people, we have current other family members with toddlers, and sleeping and consistency and knowing when to pay them enough attention, but not too much, but yet don't leave them alone too much for themselves. And that balance is so hard. So all I'm saying is shout out to you for, what is it? Fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
Hey, even though it's not a fight, but it is. I mean, it's a fight with your emotions. It's a fight.
Sanity.
And it feels like you're fighting your kids sometimes,
Yeah.
and those types of things. At the end of the day, you feel defeated,
Oh, yeah.
right? Some days you feel like, oh, we're getting this. And then the next day you're defeated again. So just a big shout out to my daughter and her husband. So, hey, you do the best you can with what you got.
They'll be 18 before you know it, and then there's more things
Yeah,
to
but
cry
nobody
about.
wants to hear that, because it was like, oh, it'll be over before you know it. I was like,
I
but
didn't say over. I said 18.
I know, but it's like, I'm in it right now.
Yeah.
It hurts right now.
Every year it's just different.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't matter what, anybody can give you the best advice in the world, and they can give the what worked for them.
Yeah.
And just know that try everything, try whatever you can, try to be consistent. And how do I say it? You're going to fail. But at the end of the day, like, if you're getting along and not choking each other out,
I mean, that's dangerous.
then it's a win.
Yeah, I agree.
So
All right.
some of these things are,
Yeah.
satirical, babe.
Let's get some stuff away.
Jokes.
Jokes.
All right. If you're in the chat, there's only a few people in there, I think. But go ahead and throw a number in there. We're going to go ahead and choose the closest.
So we're saying 1 through 10.
The wheel has 20 on it.
Oh, God. Not
Babe.
again. Okay.
Like, how many wheels do you want me to build? Like, you want me to build just, I don't know,
I thought
like,
you adjusted from
boom,
last year.
here's a
Last
10
year.
wheel and a
But you
5
adjusted
wheel.
from last week. Okay, go.
I don't think, it's not like you just do it on
Okay. 1 through 20.
Pick a number, and you have like a few minutes to get that input inside of there.
Just pick 2 numbers.
What?
No one's going to know. Just pick 2.
Yeah, but it has to be the closest, so then you're going to have more ties.
That's fair.
I'm
All
trying
right.
to do
All
science
right.
here.
Do
So,
you want to give 60 seconds?
yeah, but I was also going to, while we're doing that, because we want to give them a couple minutes, because we're going to go into our Advise Me Not, but during this time, while we're getting numbers in there, we give people chances to put more numbers in there. And if somebody's not putting a number in there, call your friend. Have them log in, put their number in there. Then you can take their price. It's totally fine. What is it? Blah, 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 blah. So, this is something that just a couple... I've been watching a lot of and listening to a lot of comedian podcasts that are not just funny. I've been trying to listen to, because I feel like most comics out there are usually tragic in a sense. Not all, but they come from some place. Why do they need to be out there and do that kind of stuff? So I've been kind of looking into that. So it was kind of this one right here. Is like I said it to you earlier, when you talk about losing somebody or losing a parent, losing a kid, losing everything. Just something to think about. We were not going to really discuss it, but grief is love with no place to go.
Yeah.
When somebody said that, that was really profound to me. I was like, yeah. I was like, you want to tell someone, or you want to see someone, or you want to do something, but you've got nowhere to place your love or your compassion or your you know, you want to be there for someone, but they're not there. It's like, that's grief to me. And then on that same note, it was my goal. This is the person that was saying this. I think it was, I can't remember his name. But during like a discussion, it said my goal, he was talking about his daughter. My goal is when I finally go, when I die, is for my daughter to feel the pain of losing a good one. Right? Yeah. Like, it's almost like when you're gone, you want people to go, wow, that hurts.
Yeah.
That person not being here hurts.
Yeah.
And that's normal. That should be normal. Now, it was also on the flip side. I was like, it said they were also discussing, you don't want your kids when you pass away and go to like, glad that MFer is gone. I was like, good riddance.
Yeah.
You don't want, I mean, who wants that?
Right.
You know? So obviously you made a negative impact in somebody's life. If somebody doesn't know you passed on, different. Then
right.
nor good or bad.
Yeah.
But you want somebody to kind of go, wow, that was somebody I really wish I'd have connected more with, or wow, that person really did some good things, or wow, that person was a big impact in my life.
Yeah.
You want something there. And I feel like we talked about legacy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where I'm coming from. It's like when I'm lost, when I'm gone, because it's going to happen.
Right.
For whoever's left to go, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't have got a couple more years of that. You know, that's what we want.
Yeah.
All right. So
we only got two.
We got two. I got to pull up the wheel though. Dang it.
What have you been doing? Just reading quotes and talking?
I've been vamping. Yeah, vamping so that people could put in numbers. I mean, literally, I would have to do all the things.
Huh?
The things. I have to do all the things.
Okay. Just checking.
I mean, I understand the tone and the eyes and all that stuff. I totally get it, but I don't know what to push now. Both with wheel.
I'll just pour drinks.
Both with wheel. That's the wrong one. Let me push this button here. Both with. Oh, there it is. Found it. There's a wheel in there. I found it. Yeah, but I have to put your empty chair in there. I can't build the screen on a whim. Yeah. Okay. So, here's the wheel. We have a 7 and a 15. The funny thing is, they're in the same household. So, who's going to win? I don't know. Here it comes. Oh, almost on the money. We're giving it away to 15 because it went on to 16. So this one's for you, Beth Jackson, in the chat. We're going to send you a beanie. Maybe two. We might feel generous because I know there's a couple of them in there. So it was really super close, Beth. So since it was so close, I think we'll go ahead and send you, because we're going to send you a little care package, welcome package anyways. So we might double it up and we'll put some beanies in it. And they will be sent out within the week for sure. So congratulations. What are you popping open over there? It's really loud.
Popping bottles.
So, no, that was really good. So, yeah, I will send out a couple of these beanies if you haven't seen. Let's see here. Table with both. These beanies. Ooh, it's got a sticker on the top. But these guys right here.
That comment made me laugh.
It's kind of cute. So read it then. What's the comment?
She said, OMG, 2 beanies would be incredible, and I love hats.
You're welcome. Hats. You go back to that episode, please, Beth, and watch that. There was a
hat debate like 3 episodes
ago.
It
was late in the podcast, so we were like 3 drinks in, and my son-in-law was
egging everyone on.
Yeah, there's some amazing trolls that get into this chat that we know personally. Everybody loves a good troll.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a troll, sometimes you get a troll that's just like trying to disrupt things and make things like not what they're about.
Yeah.
But we got some good trolls that pop in here. I have to say, there's 3 that are really good. There's Keith, can be a troll. John could be a troll.
Yep.
And look out for Ryan. He's a troll.
He's great.
But they're all trolls together, and really, I like positive trolls. Those are some of my favorite people.
Beth said they'll wear the beanie under the hat, then it's both. I appreciate that.
That's just a head cover. I think it's like a what do they call it? What do they call it? A sweat cloth or what is that?
Hats on, hats on,
It's
hats.
a wicking hat.
Right.
I was like, I know, I was a wicking. Instead of wicking, you know, I was like, yo, I was a wicking hat.
Oh,
I was like,
from Boston.
I was like, that's different. I was like, those mean two different things. Completely two different things.
Okay.
One's in.
Advise me not.
She's getting really good at cutting me off.
Try my best.
I love it because she used to just ask to push the buttons. Now she just pushes stuff.
Can I push the button?
The best part is when she pushes buttons and they're the wrong button.
Oh.
Like last week.
Salud.
Slanchava.
All right. Can I just say, I got this from Sprouts.
What?
And
what's this?
This drink I'm having.
Okay.
It's called, don't remember the brand, Vino.
That's a weird brand.
Aveco.
That's a weird
Avero.
brand. Don't remember the brand? That'd be a
Yes.
really good.
So it's a non-alcoholic
That'd
drink.
be a great brand though. Now, hold on. Wouldn't that be a great brand called Don't Remember the Brand?
I bet you it already exists.
No, there's no way. I'm gonna pull up that. I'm gonna
You
buy
said it
that
out loud, no?
.org.
.org.
It's my next project.
Anyways, so it's a non-alcoholic drink, and you can choose to add. The straws in my face. Add alcohol. So this is like a jalapeno, blood orange
You're
with
looking at me like I know.
agave and something else in it. But it only has like 5
Water.
grams of sugar. But it's actually pretty good.
Has water in it too.
But not if you like sweet drinks. You'd be like, this needs more sugar. It's not like
It's not sweet.
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's
That's
like
my favorite.
smoked salt. That's what else it has.
Smoked
Smoked
salt.
salt.
Or just smoked salt.
No, smoked. Smoked.
I wonder if there's a difference between smoked salt and smoked salt.
Well, smoked salt you smoke. Smoked
But
salt
can you
been
smoke-
smoked.
How come when you said Ben smoked,
Been smoked.
you freaking turned into Snoop Dogg? Like
You have to.
you really did. Like you leaned your head leaned
have
over and it's like you been smoked.
Been smoked.
Your
Exactly.
eyes got thin.
I
it
mean,
was great.
that's just because I'm tired.
No, it's because you smiled.
Oh, that's too. Either way. All right. What are we talking about? You came up with this
Oh.
topic.
It's because of something you brought up.
did.
You showed me a little video, but we don't have to say where it came from.
Reality television.
Yeah, and I mean, come on, let's choose your topics from wherever you want. Like if it's bad TV, good song, Lil Wayne bad song.
It wasn't.
It could be.
I'm gonna play it at the end. Just kidding.
You're gonna take away our non-monetization,
We're gonna lose our nothing.
or we're gonna go less than zero. We're gonna owe him money.
That's funny.
My
button's bugging me.
It is really, and it's kind of a broad subject, but I'm gonna say, where's your grit?
Okay.
Where is your grit?
What does that mean? What is grit?
I don't know. You tell me what it means to you.
Well, I asked you first.
Yeah, but I came up with the topic. I
Right.
did all the other things, like usually blast me with it, and then I have to come up with something. I was like, hey, let's switch this up. Where's your grit?
So grit is one of those old people words.
Yeah.
So as the old person at the table, you should tell us what
That's fine.
grit means.
All right. So she's obviously not gonna play. This podcast might as well just she could just go. It'll just be my podcast. It's
Yeah. I got you.
no, it's fine. We'll just look at Sarah while I talk at her.
That's weird.
All right. So, grit. I think it comes down to if you've been, we always talk about if you've been knocked down 9 times, get up 10, right?
'Kay.
Let's say you get up again. But grit to me is if you've been knocked, let's just put it in real terms. You've been knocked down 100 times. And we're not talking
Physical.
physical, but you could be physical, could be emotional, could be spiritual. Everything just keeps going wrong. But I always look at it in a fighting term.
Yeah.
And I talk about a physical term. Because when you're training or doing it's like if you're doing squats, they tell you to do it, not squats. Let's do biceps, doing curls
Okay.
or whatever. Because the push-ups, you're not supposed to fall on your face. But you're supposed to do it till failure.
Right.
Realistically, there's a lot of people that go into, let's say, gyms or that kind of, and I know this is talking about exercise, and we're both of us are not in shape that we used to be in.
No.
But we know what grit means in working out. We really do. If you think you can't go anymore, you're done. You're exhausted. You think you're about to die. Your heart rate's going up there. You can't breathe. And you do 5 more.
Yeah.
And then after those 5, you feel like, oh my God, I can't do any more. My heart rate's even bigger. I mean, it's all being healthy. It's being monitored, right? I'm not saying die. And you feel like you're going to throw up. Do 5 more. Because that's what it takes to actually get to the point you need to be. There's this, and I always say, like, engage your crazy. I've said this, but like, engage that little crazy.
Yeah.
Because we talk about, and I have to do it for physical stuff because it makes more sense to me. But mentally, of course, you do the same things. You have to channel a little bit of that crazy, right? I can't do this. You know you can't do it. You've never done this before. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm about to throw up. I'm about to punch a wall. I want to jump off a cliff. Do 5 more. And that I just, that to me is grit. Like, you have, because there's no other choice.
So it's like going past, so it's hardship and then getting past the hardship.
Yeah, because it was like you get to the point of actual failure.
Yeah.
And we talk about that. It's like, if you try 5 times and then don't try it anymore because you lost 5 times, I said this, how about this? If you lose 5 times and then never try again, that's a definition to me of a loser. And I'm not saying, I'm not going to call anybody a loser, but it's like, you're a loser.
Yeah.
You lost. There's no winning.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pick up whatever it was and tried one more time. Then you failed. Then you lost 6 times. So you tried it again. If you keep trying to where you are exhausted, you're not sleeping, or you're sleeping too much, or depression, I was like, it takes over, but it's like, you dig deep, you get back up, and you do 5 more. To me, that's grit. That's true grit.
Yeah.
And we talk about this a lot at least I do, because I've got 5 kids. You know, I've multiple failed companies. I have, multiple, like, I don't want to say they failed, but it was like multiple, like, I decided to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Multiple projects that I've moved on from because it's like, that's just not working. It's time to try something else.
Yeah.
And so do you. Like, I mean, this is my 3rd marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I could just give up on marriage. I could give up on love. I could have given up on relationships a long time ago. I probably should have. Really? I was just like, I'm going to be in the mountains somewhere, but I love the internet and I love hanging out with people. I don't know why. No, realistically, like, historically, through some of the, and I'm not talking about my marriages. Like, I'm talking about the relationships in between were just horrid.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that takes grit. That takes grit to go, put your shoes on, get dressed. Let's try this 5 more times.
So somebody can't have grit without hardship.
No, but that's actually true. But you got to look at this like, how many people do you know throughout everybody you know that in not just physical, emotional relationships, all this stuff, every single person has some sort of hardship in their life. Every single person.
Agreed.
Depends on what it is. I mean, it could be financial, it could be spiritual, it could be mental, it could be emotional, it could be relationships, could be all those things. Grit is you get up and you go, and not just try it one more time. I feel like grit is, I got 5 more in me. Because one more time is like, let's see how this goes. I don't know. That's how I feel one more time. But it's like, I got 5 more.
So I find it interesting that I even think like the word grit is very older people use the term.
True.
And Midwesterners.
I've never used it. I've never actually used it in my actual verbiage.
No.
But when you showed me that, that's why I think I named that this. This, 'cause I've never used it, but it's a dang good word for the way that I talk about stuff.
So I also feel like
It's a darn good word for what I think.
Older
To be a
people,
cowboy.
I'm not gonna group you in with them, but older people, I feel like when they think of the younger generation or like even their kids, that I don't know if they ever feel like they'll do enough to show enough determination or grit to make their parents or grandparents feel like they've done enough. And then at some point it's like, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I feel like that's if you're doing it to impress somebody else, that's not grit.
We're always doing something to impress somebody else.
Yeah, but that all I'm saying, but to me that's not grit.
But why? You're still going through a hardship.
Yeah, but if you're doing it for somebody else's sake, not for your own survival and your own determination for you, I don't find that to be grit.
Why?
Because if you're trying to impress somebody else, I feel like that's you trying to do the stuff that will impress that other person, not impress yourself.
But you're still going through the same hardships, the same get up 5 times and move on as somebody else.
To do it for somebody else, though.
But you're still doing the same steps. So
True.
if you don't do it for yourself, then it's not grit.
I feel that's true. Like it's kind of a dig deep in there, because I feel like let's talk about your sports analogies. At the beginning, I really feel like we can take the most common, Michael Jordan. At the beginning, he was doing it for his parents.
Yeah.
But once he got to a point where he was still losing and still getting up there and then he was winning and doing all that, was he doing it for his parents anymore?
Probably not.
No, they're already set. He's doing it for him now.
But
I feel like it could be a starting point, but I don't feel, and that's just where I come from. I was like, if I'm doing all the things that I do to impress my parents, then I've got some weird issues.
True.
Okay?
But that doesn't make the journey you went
maybe
through.
Maybe the issue is your grit, though. Maybe
Right.
getting through that emotional barrier with your parents, maybe that's the grit.
Yeah.
Hey, trying to get that to be functional.
I don't know. I just don't know that I don't know that if you're not doing it for yourself, it takes away how hard it was to get to where you are.
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say how hard it was.
You said, but it takes away that it's not grit at that point if you're not doing it for yourself. But it's still the same hardship. Whatever hardship I have, if we went through the same hardships to get to the same places, even if I did it because I'm like, I want this person to be proud of me, that doesn't make it the grit any less than because you did it to be proud of yourself.
But I feel like that's the difference between determination and getting up 10 times after 9 failures, that kind of stuff, that and grit. Because you're doing it, if you're doing it for somebody else, at some point you're going to say F that guy.
It depends, because I know a lot of people who have someone in their life who that's their reason for going forward.
True.
Because wherever they are in their personal journey, themselves, whatever they want for themselves isn't enough.
True.
I'm not going to be better for myself, but for my kids, for my spouse, for my parents, for my grandparents, I'm going to be better for them.
True. And what I'm saying right now is like, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right.
By any means. What I'm saying is what grit means to me.
Right.
Right. I mean, and I want you to know that, everybody, like the way we talk, if you don't listen to us a lot, this is like, my opinion is my opinion.
Yeah.
Her opinion is her opinion. Neither of them are wrong. And people that may have this discussion amongst themselves, you're not wrong either.
Right.
Because that's your opinion. And opinions are not wrong. Now, if you say something's wrong factually, okay, you can not talk to me anymore.
So I wonder, because like I feel like the younger generation will probably never use that term grit.
No, I never.
You're from like the Midwest.
Okay, but I'm Gen
Or
X.
Southern.
I'm Gen X. I'm 50 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever used that word grit. I've said it more.
You had to have.
I've said it more today. I've said it more today than I think I've said it in my whole life.
I think if I called your mom, she'd be like, we used to talk about grit all the time. in that accent.
I dare you. I dare you to call my mom.
I'll ask your dad. He'll respond.
He'll be like, grit? Was I from Canada?
He would still be like, we did use that.
We used the other word. I think there was pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I think it was last week that somebody said rode hard and put away wet.
Yeah.
It sounds very perverted in 2024, but it's a real thing about horses.
Yeah.
And it's an actual science thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, grit. I haven't heard that word in so long. Unless, I have heard of that word, but it's because I was ordering sandpaper to sand the back of my, the neck of my guitar.
So I have a question.
That's the last time I looked up grit.
So once you've attained grit, quote unquote, is that it?
No, God,
Can
no.
you get grittier?
You have to.
So it's a never reaching goal.
Well, I don't think it's a never reaching goal. It's always a improving yourself. You can always be better.
So grit is being better.
Grit is dealing with the heart. It's kind of like you talk about the scale. There's exponential scales for technology, those kind of things. This is completely different. This is like a succeeding scale, right? You take a win and you take a loss. You take 2 wins, take another loss. You take 5 wins, take 3 losses. The whole point is, in the whole scheme of things, you're going up, right? But the grit is when you lose and you lose bad, or you lose more than you gained. You're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing it. And you keep going up. To me, grit is knowing that when you lose or when you're hitting the ground and you can't do any more, you got 5 more in you.
Yeah. I think a hard part about, even if you don't use the term grit, the hard part about raising what we call soft kids is that we tell them, or we explain to them, that what they're complaining about, the things that they're going through, are less than as important as what we went through. And people can disagree with that all you want, but have a conversation with somebody who's in their 15s, 16s, 17s, 20s, whatever it is. And even if you don't mean to, you're going to say, I can't believe you're complaining about that when I did blah, blah, blah. It's the classic I'm older than you thing. And I can't believe that you're complaining about this thing. Because a person's grit at this point, a 12-year-old's grit in this life is different than a 12-year-old's grit 10 years ago. The things that they have to go through are different.
So true.
Every generation's different.
So true.
So it's so hard when you hear somebody who's like, I get that you think that you've been through something, but you haven't been through anything yet.
And realistically, I was like, I feel like maybe the grit, and I'm going to stick on the word because that's the title. The grit that maybe in our current generation that's out there is being able to be bullied online or called certain things online and go, I'm not that.
Yeah.
That
move on.
That could be some serious grit in this day and age. Reading the comments on a public posted video or post and going, that hurt.
Yeah.
And go, I got 5 more in me.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like that can be grit.
Right.
I'm not putting it away. I was just trying to do like a euphemism that everybody can kind of attain to, but that's a real thing because I took notes actually of other people's that said stuff. As we get more experience, and I don't want to say older, more experience, because I know that there's probably 19-year-old human beings on this planet that have seen more crap than I will ever see in my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'll never put it to age. So I was like, as you get older, I was like, well, that's when you're in a safe place. And I know we have a lot of issues in the United States, but when you're in a safe place like Sacramento, California, yes, we have shootings and we have crime and those kind of things, but so many people have it so much worse.
Yeah.
In so many more areas. So we have to look at it that way. As we get more experience and we experience more things, our small stuff is relative.
Right.
You know, they talk about don't sweat the small stuff. Well, my small stuff is different than your small stuff.
Yes.
You know, my small stuff is like, so what if somebody calls me a weird word online, or somebody calls you out and is racist towards you?
Yeah.
Or, you know, somebody said that, you're like, that's just small stuff.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? But as a different person that's never experienced that, that's big stuff.
Right.
So I feel like as you've experienced more stuff, it's your small stuff changes.
Yeah.
Your small stuff becomes larger, a longer list. Small stuff is a longer list. Like, okay, we couldn't pay the phone bill this month. Okay, let's move on. That could be small stuff.
Right.
Right? Because my child's in the hospital.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
This is way more important. That's small stuff right now. And it was kind of like, it's also this is a little bit more of the grit that I was talking about. And these are some things that I've been reading and watching a lot of stuff. And it says, when there are problems, they do not get better with time.
Yeah.
Deal with them in the moment.
Oh, I don't like that. It's too real.
Is that not? But that's grit.
That is.
And it says, if it's catastrophic, so be it. But deal with it.
Yeah.
To me, that's a big part of grit too. Like, shutting down, you've lost your grit. Yeah. Now, when I'm preaching to me, I mean, because I've shut down. I mean, I've had at least a couple years in my life, full years, that I just shut down.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have grit at that point. It was just too much. What I'm saying is, like, when you have those things happen to you, catastrophic things, really big, like, it's not the small stuff, it's the big stuff. And you just deal with it. Yeah. That's grit to me. Yeah. That's going, I've never been through this before in my life, but I've been through all this other stuff. Got this. We're going to take this head on and we're going to deal with it. I also think a big part of, because, like, so the show that I was watching where this dad was like having this conversation with the son, because son was super cocky and he was like, I could fix the entire business that we have. Give me 2 years and I'll turn it completely around. And the dad was like, how long have you been doing this? How much struggle have you actually had? When have you actually had to work and, like, figure out how to pay your employees, because this is all you have? So you're not only working to pay your employees, you're paying to feed yourself. Like, you've never actually had to work, but you want to sit around here telling me about how you're going to change and fix my business in the next 2 years, right? And that was the part where the guy was like, you don't have any grit. You don't even know what grit is at this point, because you haven't even, like, attempted. And so I feel like grit's so odd, because you have to go through some things. Like, you have to go through really realizing how hard life is. You have to. You have to fail. Yes. Utterly fail. And it does it, and it's so different for every single person. Failure is so different. Failing in business is so different than failing in life. Those are two completely different things. Correct. But you have to understand what it feels like to not always win. But they can be, like, failing in business and failing in life could be closely connected. Yeah. Right? Like, failing in business, I don't want to go on too much, but it's like, if you failed in a business and you dedicated all your time to your business and didn't spend any time with your family, and then failed in business, well, you kind of failed in both. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Like, I was like, so I really feel like you have to fail. Like, if you haven't failed, you haven't tried hard enough. Yeah. You haven't tried hard enough. If you've never failed in life, that's crazy. If you ever failed at anything, like, you haven't tried enough. Yeah. That's bananas to me. You haven't set the bar high enough. Yeah. In your life. If you've won every single time, your bar is too low. Yeah. Your bar is too low. And that's, every physical trainer will tell you that. Every sports coach will tell you that. Any business, a life coach, they will tell you your bar is too low. If you're succeeding in everything, you are mediocre. That's true. You're like a good lyrics with no good music. Yeah, well, that's different. That's just a crap song. So Beth said, there's a Stoic quote that I can't remember exactly, but basically the philosopher
pity people who have never been truly tested because they'll never know what they're capable of.
They don't know what they. I think I played it was like, I played it for my son, right? It was like there was a lot of F words in it, but I was like, he's heard those 1,000 times.
What?
But it was, I shouted him out like last week. It was like, you don't know who's waiting for the epiphany, the thing that you're chasing or want to do. There's so many other people going, God, I wish I knew where to go with something.
Yeah.
And you have that thing. It's a passion of yours, but you're like, I don't want to fail, so I'm not going to try it.
Yeah.
Get out there and try that crap, because hopefully, realistically, if you go out and try that thing, hopefully you're going to fail at it.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. I hope you go out there and try something you've never tried before and you fail. You fall flat on your face.
And they get back up.
And you got yourself to pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
Because if you have a community to pick yourself up, you up too, that's amazing to have.
Right.
But that doesn't give you, the topic of here, grit.
Right.
If you can pick yourself up and go, I got this.
Yeah.
Let's do it 5 more times. Let's figure this out. And you go forward. And then the community shows up and goes like, this guy or this gal, this person. I was like, what are they up to?
Yeah.
That's grit to me.
I agree.
You've become an influencer outside of the internet.
Yeah. Ooh, outside the internet.
No, I'm just saying that's the true influencer before that was a term.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the person who's like, what's that guy doing over there? He doesn't have billboards and all these flashy lights. He's just getting the job done and screwing it up every time and going, I guess we're going to try it 5 more times.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's interesting too, like when you have people depending on you, it's almost
the game.
Like you have built-in determination.
You have to.
If you have people determining, if you have a family, you have friends, you have somebody who's like, if I don't succeed, then we don't succeed.
Correct.
Man, the pressure sucks, number one. But also it's like, it's literally built-in grit. If you have it around you, it really is. Because it's not
built in.
If you're okay with letting people around you fail, then you're right. It doesn't exist. But if you have people around you who you're determined to have succeed,
right,
who you have to succeed, because if you don't, they don't.
Right.
Then there's no choice. You don't have an option. And that pressure is crazy.
It's insane.
Because it doesn't have to be work. It could literally be life.
Well, think about this. Like most people, and I won't put everybody. There's exceptions to everything. But when you have a family, that's your default.
Right.
Should be your default.
Yeah.
It's not. But it should be your default. I have somebody dependent on me. You have a child.
Right.
That child cannot survive, at least for the first year or so,
right,
on its own.
Yeah.
It just can't. It's not possible without a village or parents or whatever.
Right.
So think about it that way. But as an adult, and you have other adults, then you choose to do and we can put it into a business situation. You have employees.
Yeah.
And if you're a small business and you don't think that way,
what are you even doing?
You ain't got grit.
Right.
To me.
Yeah.
What you have is like, I just want to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I don't care who I hire. It was like, I don't want to work with you.
Right.
I not work for you, work with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to promote you. I don't want to be part of your business.
Yeah.
At all. Because realistically, I mean, you have a few employees in your company.
Contractors. Well, we have both. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have both. You're right.
You have contractors and employees.
Yeah.
I have 1 employee and 3 contractors.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the contractors.
Right.
That as much, because it's like it's a side hustle for them and whatever like that. But my employee, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? If I don't get up and get the job done for what needs to be done and find out a way to get the work done and pay them.
Right.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that so many people don't have, in this day and age. In our we talked about episodes ago about our what is it called? The workforce, our soft workforce that we have right now. They're like, well, if I don't show up, I can just, go stay at my mom's house. I was like, what the F is that?
Yeah.
Like, that's not grit at all.
Right.
You didn't fail.
Yeah.
Like, you need to fail.
There's always a cushion.
Yeah. There's always like, oh, if I just decide to not, to jump off this cliff, I just land in a pool and it's nice and cozy.
Marshmallows.
I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, there's got to be some consequence. There's got to be some hardship. And I'm not saying like you got to be destitute and live on the streets and have no shoes and no clothes. I was like, that's not what I'm saying. I was saying you have to fail. If you're not failing, you're not trying something. You're never going to succeed if you're always getting the benefit of the doubt.
And it is okay to live long periods of life without failing, by the way. There's no need for you to fail every single year. It's
true.
exhausting. So like go be cool, be chill for like 3 or 4 years and then like be like, you know what, I'm tired of this, I want to do something else, and then like move forward.
Stretch it out.
But you do not need to fail every single year.
Stretch it out.
It's not fun. All right, we're done with that. You want to play bonus round?
Oh, Sarah, when she's done, she's just done.
I was going to tinkle.
She's like, I'm done listening to him preach.
No.
She's out.
Listen, I still have 3 more hours of preaching from him.
That's true.
Where's bonus round?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this one. Huh?
I mean, I put everything as conveniently close to her as possible. You do Sparks. Okay, so please put stuff in the comments. Have strong opinions. We are big encouragers of, encouragers of having strong opinions. And what's the rule that I have?
I don't know.
If you have in the comments or you're in the chat, I say this on everybody. The people that I've interviewed to work for me, these are the 2 things that I've said. And I've said it multiple times.
Bad words right here.
Yeah. I say, no isms. I mean, no isms.
Yeah.
And don't be a dick.
Yes. And
if you don't know what that means, you're already a dick.
Yes.
I've said that for at least 10 years now.
So I'm breaking this game.
So she's, what are you shuffling Sparks into the pick your poison?
No.
Okay, so let's put this in the thing so when we're playing. So let's we're gonna move on to something different.
Bonus round.
So we are going to go into our bonus round. This is where we start off light. Well, we didn't start off light today. We go a little heavy, and then we end the night light. You know why? Because it's cathartic for us. This is more for us than it is for anybody else. But we'll see what happens. So tonight's choice looks like Sarah picked Pick Your Poison.
Woot, woot.
And she even chose the After Dark edition.
That's why I'm going through the cards.
That's insane. Okay. So
you can still shuffle.
As you can see, shuffle what?
The list I gave you.
So Pick Your Poison. Not really sponsored by anything, but we just another podcast used it, and I was like, that's a real game. So we just thought we'd pick it. So it's basically you pick 2 cards. The real game is you explain. The real game has real rules, but Sarah is in charge tonight, so there are no rules. The rules are we're going to pick 2 cards. They're not but good things, and we have to discuss why we would pick one over the other as a good thing. What we pick as a good thing is better than the other, not a good thing.
How many do you have? How many did I give you?
Count. Babe, count.
I have 8. Do I need more? I feel like I do.
I have 10.
Okay.
All right. So
Continue.
there's nothing to continue with. I don't know what to tell you. It's like we're
Okay,
already
I'm
we're
ready.
here.
I'm ready.
We're at the point of
All right.
you decided to change everything
I did it.
last minute, and then I tried to vamp as much as I could.
I did it. You ready?
You did what? I don't even know what we're
We
doing.
each have 10. So you're going to shuffle and then pick your top one.
Shuffle. I didn't even look at them.
But I did.
Oh. So you memorized the order you handed them to me?
Obviously.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King Shavers said, relaxing voices. Everyone hit that like button. I appreciate you.
That'd be nice.
Not about relaxing voices.
Well,
It's like my dad.
no.
Not yet.
She's not a relaxing voice.
I'm not.
Mine gets crackly
Drama
sometimes,
voice.
like I swallowed a frog.
Yeah, you can hear it on the mic.
Right now you can't, but every once in a while I was,
Oh, that's weird.
yeah.
All right, ready?
I don't mean to do that. Do I just pick the top? Okay, I don't. What we're doing?
We're picking the top 2 the same way you play the game.
Okay, but then you can only go one at a time because then. So I'm here. I'll
Okay,
put
I'll
mine
go
down.
first. Ready? Would you rather stick your hand in a fryer
Dumb.
or pee through a catheter for the rest of your life?
Oh. Stick my hand in the fryer.
Why? Scooter won't do anything for the rest of his life.
No, I just feel like I. Okay. Yes, this is my third marriage. So.
He won't even do this for the rest of his life.
uh,
See how long I got him
have
for.
you heard her tone?
I only have him for like 5 more years.
No, I mean
Then he's out.
I'll just be dead. It'll be fine. I have this thing is like stick your hand in a fryer. Like for how long?
45 seconds.
Oh fuck no! Like I just
I
lost
think
my
you'd
hand.
die, wouldn't you? Let's just go 10
If your-
seconds.
You wouldn't die from losing your hand.
You could die from shock.
I wouldn't die from shock.
You don't know that.
I just stick it in there. And go.
You're old.
We're over.
You don't know that.
I have to say the fryer, but 45 seconds. That's a
Okay,
lot.
we'll go 15.
Nah, I'd still. Can I just?
It's not in
it's
out.
It's up to me.
I mean, it
'Cause-
does say stick your hand in a fryer. It does say hold your hand in a
yeah.
fryer.
So if I go in, blub, blub, I'm gonna get burns, and I'm probably gonna have a lot of scarring.
Ah, so gross.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have like a Deadpool hand.
But what's wrong with peeing through a catheter?
I'm gonna have a Wade Wilson hand.
What's wrong with peeing through a catheter? Like, what's the bad part of that?
Okay, but read
You
the
don't
whole
have
card.
to worry
Read
for the
whole
rest of your
card.
life.
Okay.
Just got a little baggy.
You're
Just
just
take it with
hanging
you
out.
where
I was
you go.
like, yeah, let's go out. Let's go to Jimmy Carr this Sunday, and I was like, he just pees there. That's where he pees.
I mean, Jimmy Carr would love you.
I was like, I was like, what do you
Easy
got? There's like,
Peasy.
do I dress it up? Do I put a hat on it? You know? Do I put it inside a stuffed animal? So people was like, oh, this is my
You'd have to.
spirit animal.
So you're saying you just stick your hand in the fryer?
If I can stick it in
Pause.
on my own. Pause. If you don't know what pause
I'm
is,
just
we've
kidding.
been watching too much British stuff.
Way too much British stuff.
So pause. Yeah. But if I could stick my hand in a fryer
Mm-hmm.
on my own, with my own motions, like bop bop, blip blap, splish splash. If I could do that, I would choose that.
Okay.
Because I think I could go in there quick enough to where I just probably get like secondary burns.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I could shake it off. My skin goes flying everywhere.
Ew.
Well,
That's disgusting.
all I'm saying is I could recover from that.
Okay.
The other one, I was like, could you imagine? Like, if you have to pee in a catheter the rest of your life, how we having sex?
People do it, you know.
I
It's a
understand, but
thing.
I have to take the catheter out, and I pee more than I have sex.
Yeah, that's true.
So the catheter's in there way more than we have sex. So I got to
That's
pull the
true.
catheter out, and the hole is sore. And that's where stuff comes out.
The hole is sore.
I'm just saying,
All right, fine.
that's not,
What's yours?
I don't know. I didn't even draw them yet. Dang, you are on fire.
You only have to draw 2.
We don't have to, like, this isn't like timed.
It is for me.
We're just playing. Enjoy the moment, bro.
Mm.
I chopped the top 2.
Okay.
Top 2 cards. Oh, had a burp coming. I apologize. All right, here we go. Develop a massive cold sore in your mouth every Monday.
Mm.
Or have everyone in the room discover your darkest secret.
Like one time? Or is it every time I walk into a room?
Everyone in the room.
But it's every time I walk into a room?
It said everyone in the room.
So it's every time I walk into a room?
As the card is written, no. And I wanted you to come up. I was hoping you would read it a different way, but as a games lawyer,
It's a games lawyer, yeah.
it's everyone in the room.
So
Discover
just
your
one
darkest
time.
state. Right, but that would be everybody in the room right now, and there's listeners, so they would have to know
Yeah, that's
too.
fair.
Okay.
I think our listeners are chill. They're not going to worry about
I don't
what it
know.
is.
We don't know who's. We actually never know who
I
is
know.
lurking.
Okay, wait. So what are my 2 options? One more time.
Welcome to 98.7 Saren Scooter.
Oh, jeez.
It's the chill hour. Here's the 2 questions. Develop a massive cold sore in your mouth every Monday.
Mm.
Or have everyone in the room, including chat, discover your darkest secret.
Yeah, I'm not getting a cold sore. If it's a massive cold sore every Monday, that means it's going to heal by Sunday and then come back on Monday.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, that's a no. I'll
So-
just do secrets.
Yeah, I was like, just rip off the Band-Aid. It was like, yeah. So I shoved something on my butt, and it was weird in
No.
front of classmates. My darkest secret.
What?
I've never done that. No, like
I'm so
all
concerned for myself.
No, I'm just saying, like, your darkest secret has got to be like your darkest secret.
Yeah.
It can't be just like, so I like to. No, that's not it. Like your darkest one.
That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
not-
but I feel like my darkest secret,
you don't even know.
I don't know.
Right.
I feel like I have blacked out or blanked out. Like I'm going to put it out in the universe. I have this overwhelming fear or concern that I have killed someone
Yeah, he does.
and I don't remember it. It's so weird to me.
It's a concern.
So go to betterhelp.com.
Yeah.
Like seriously, seek a therapist. I should, because what is that impending, well, not impending doom, but it's like, what is that?
I don't know, but it's concerning.
Is it? I mean, I don't think about it all the time, but every once in a while I was like, dang, bro, what'd you do? I don't know. That's how I feel.
All right. Ready? Next one. Oh,
So she's gone through the whole
I
deck.
haven't. I
like,
haven't.
so she's
I
completely
didn't
destroyed.
go through the whole deck.
If we ever play this game again with all of our family and friends, which we have game night a lot of times, she's read every card.
That's not
She's
true.
gone through them all.
I have
so
not. I didn't.
I think that's called cheating, and they would kick you out of the casino. But just
I'm not
saying,
cheating at a casino. I'm
Well,
not crazy.
I'm just saying, you're counting cards.
No,
You're picking out the cards you want.
I'm giving you 10, and I'm giving me 10. So
Do you want me
can
to shuffle them
in.
again?
What else are you doing? You need to stand up.
My
Your
God.
watch says so. Okay, ready? Here's your 2. Also, I still haven't tinkled. Okay. Your options are go to the emergency room because you got a beer bottle stuck in your rectum.
Oh,
It's funny.
there we go.
Start a 1-year sentence in solitary confinement tomorrow.
Oh, beer bottle. These are easy.
I'd go 1 year by myself, honestly.
Or you just have to, all you have to do is shove a beer bottle up your rectum
And go to the emergency room.
and go to the emergency room so it's on record.
What if it shatters?
Well, it doesn't say that, so you're getting a little.
But the odds are,
No, they're not.
yes, it is.
No, you don't know my butthole.
We say rectum here.
Oh, dude, is it rectum?
Yes.
No. What's the difference? I really would. It would have to be the rectum.
Oh no.
It would have to be. It'd have to be.
I'd live by myself. I do a
Because
solitary
even if it does
confinement.
shatter in there, it's like you're going to recover probably within 8 weeks. You got, if 8 weeks is 2 months, you have 10 more months in
Don't care.
solitary confinement. No way.
No.
No way.
Bailey said 3 marks down and wish Sarah was here. Me too. Next week.
What's happening?
Bailey said 3 marks down and wish Sarah was here.
Margs.
Marg.
Large marg.
Margy.
Oh,
That was from a show I watched.
I know.
Okay.
Chime in, babe.
So you said emergency room within a beer bottle in your rectum. So that's on you.
I was like, you have no opinion.
I did. I said I'm staying in a solitary confinement for a year.
That's insane.
There's no way.
Everything around you doesn't survive.
What do you mean?
You have children. You have a husband.
You guys
You're
are
in-
gonna survive.
You're in solitary confinement for a year.
Yes.
All I have to do is go to the hospital. I'm back in like a couple weeks.
But I have to keep the self-respect of you going, knowing that you just shoved a beer bottle up your rectum.
I didn't say I shoved it up there. What does it say?
You got it's stuck up there.
Yes.
Same thing.
Doesn't mean I did it. I could have somebody else do it.
Who's putting a beer bottle up your bum?
I don't know.
That's concerning.
I'd pay someone.
That's even more concerning.
Because if you did it, then you'd because then you'd have to go, oh, yeah, that was me. But if it's like, I could pay somebody who said they assaulted me.
What?
That's fine.
No, we're not working the judicial system that
I'd
way.
make sure it's a very high quality beer bottle so it does not shatter.
There's no such thing.
Oh, totally.
They're all made the same.
Come on.
They're all made the same. Okay, I need to tinkle while you read your questions.
But I'm reading them to you.
Well, read them to yourself and then answer them. You click on your face.
What? All right. So you're getting only me for a little bit here. Woo! All right. So we're playing Pick Your Poison. These are the questions for Sarah, but Sarah's not here. If you don't know this game, I'm sorry. What is it? Let's see if we can do this one. There's just the table. Pick your poison. But we did do the After Dark edition, which is a little bit. She picked out the nicer cards, I think. All right. So you have to pick the better one. First one is be unable to wear clothes. Or work in a slaughterhouse for the rest of your life. I don't like either one of these. These are two. If you know me at all, the way I play this game is if something's permanent, I have a problem with it. So if you have two things that are permanent, it's a discussion. If two things are like, hey, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid, something bad really happens right now compared to something that's really bad that happens right now, I'm distraught. I'm distraught. But if it's something I do like right now, or something will last the rest of my life or for a long time, I'm always going to pick the right now. Always, by default. And I don't know why she picks this game, because she knows what I'm going to say.
Because every once in a while, you don't have
That's
the
not
forevers.
True. That's not
okay,
true.
Let me see.
So here we go. Here are the questions.
Okay.
I already announced them to everybody else, so.
Okay, I'm ready.
First one is, be unable to wear clothes.
Okay.
Second one. Work in a slaughterhouse for the rest of your life.
You picked the clothes. But those are both forever.
Yeah.
So what'd you choose?
I didn't choose anything. This is supposed to be a discussion. Like, you weren't here. You and I are supposed to discuss.
It's going to sound terrible. I'd have to kill the animals.
But the rest of your life, you're going to work in a slaughterhouse.
Or the rest of my life I have to be naked.
Yeah.
I can't be.
Just move.
Move where?
Like, everything you do is just virtual now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I meet with people like
yeah, but it's
a
like,
lot.
you can do virtual. It's like, just do it from the neck up. They think they have like a nice blouse on.
Oh, God. I mean,
Or a
but
tube
no,
top.
because how do I visit family?
You don't.
Yeah, no, that's solitary confinement.
You just hang out with me.
You couldn't last either.
You've been naked with me. I think I could last.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You couldn't last. You'd lose your mind if it was just
totally.
the two of us.
If I was, yeah, that's true. I would definitely do the slaughterhouse too. I was just kind of playing an advocate over here.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I could do it for a year, but that's like solitary confinement for the rest
You could
of
be
your life.
naked for a year.
Yeah,
I could be naked for a year.
because I could not. I mean, I've already not seen people for like 2 years, so I cannot see some people for a
Right.
year.
I think the shelter in place, that kind of thing, like gave us the training. It was
Could do
like,
anything for a year,
hey, I could hang out in my room for a year naked.
but not. But also, we have kids that live here, so there's also
We
that.
have one.
We have people who live in our house.
Okay, all I'm saying is, for a year we could do it, and in another year they're all gone.
That's not true. They're all.
I'm not
18.
saying forever. I'm not saying forever, but I was saying we could do at least a year.
But that card
of just
doesn't
being
say for a
naked.
year. It just says.
Be unable to wear clothes.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to kill animals.
Well, that's fine.
I'm gonna have to slaughter some animals.
You eat them.
Yeah. I'll become a vegan and cry on a daily basis, but at least I have clothes on.
I think if you worked, in our emotional space or where we're at, I think if I did work at a slaughterhouse, I'd probably eat a lot less meat.
Oh, same. We'd be vegan for sure.
I don't think vegan, but I'd eat less.
I would.
Because I grew up around people
Slaughtered animals?
Yeah, gutting deer and fishing and
you
elk
still eat meat.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, I just
give me
think
the jerky.
But if I did it every day, I think it would be less. It's kind of like You know, it's kind of like when you do something for work. You kind of go home and go, "What was you said that earlier?" Like, if you do that for work, you don't want to come home and go to work, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens. So, I think about chefs.
Oh yeah, they don't cook at home.
Yeah, I was like,
Why?
they go home and binge TV and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Ooh, Beth said, Beth said, time to wear trash bags. There's no way I'm working at a slaughterhouse. And Angel said, I wonder if paint counts as clothing.
I depends where you live, what district you're in.
Not
Not even where you live, but what district. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain districts in certain cities that you'd be totally
I
fine.
think if you're in Portland, they allow anything at this point.
I think it's a district thing.
Portland.
And same
all
with
of
like
it.
Seattle. Seattle, it's a district thing. LA, it's a district thing. I think even in Tokyo, you could probably get away with it.
There's no friggin' way.
in certain districts.
I bet you cannot.
Districts.
I bet you cannot.
Districts.
I bet you cannot.
Who's gonna research this? You?
Yeah.
No, you're
I'm
not.
Googling after this question.
You're gonna forget.
Ready?
Why are you blowing in the microphone?
Have your partner make you wear a leash whenever you are in public with them.
Oh, that's hot.
Run into your in-laws at a swingers party.
The leash is every time. So I'd have to say swingers party.
That's actually, I mean,
I'm okay with running it. If I ran into your parents at a swingers party, whatever variation of whatever,
wait, are you with me at the swingers party or by yourself? I feel like you're by yourself at the swingers party.
Why?
Then you ran it because it doesn't say you're with your partner.
Then how am I a swinger?
That's what it is.
No.
Put a pineapple up and
You
move
don't
on.
show up slower. No, it's upside down. But you don't.
Why do you know this? I'm just kidding.
Stay tuned.
No.
Hashtag after dark. The
No.
swingers, by definition, you're with a spouse. You're with a partner. You come.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Okay. All right.
Because there's,
I was born in 1973. I know more about swinging than you do.
I don't know if that's, I mean, maybe. But also, I mean, I've only heard stories. But there's people who are like a couple and they find one other person to swing with them. It's not like a couple
That's a
thing.
unicorn.
What?
But
Just
that's
making
not.
up names?
No, I'm not.
But I think you could still go.
A female that hops into a relationship with a
That's a
male and a
throuple.
female. No, but they're called a unicorn.
Right, but it's still, you're still considered swingers. It's a couple
I
who
thought
don't just sleep with each other.
I could be totally wrong. I thought swingers was, I really did, like two couples and they swap partners. They could be in the same place. They could be
I don't think it has
different
to be.
houses. That's what I thought by the root of the definition swingers. I thought that's what it was.
And I'm not Googling it because I don't need that on my search history. I don't need videos popping up about swingers.
I'm just saying. I thought that's what it was.
All right, so you're choosing swingers.
Well, yeah, I was like, but I have to run into them. It didn't say it had to have sex with them.
No.
I said run into them.
I wouldn't have chosen the card if it said that.
Yo, what was the other one? You have to wear a leash.
Yeah,
Every time we go out in public.
Yeah.
You'd rather have you on a leash.
No,
me holding
you'd
you.
have to wear a leash.
No, but let's say they're asked to you.
Ryan said swingers too.
Yeah, it was like wearing a leash. I'm like, and it's not about the first few times it'd be super hilarious.
No.
But the 10th time,
It's
the
never
20th
hilarious.
time,
It's just creepy.
the 50th time, and I was like, now I'm getting a rash. I'm like sitting there going, we can't hang out anymore because I'm wearing a collar. It's like, because I was like, every time.
Yeah.
Now, I want to wear a leash and a collar when I want to wear a leash and a collar. Not every
You have
time.
your furry outfit on.
Yeah. Well,
right, go.
But the collar, I guess the collar could go on the outside.
Yeah. All right, go. What you got?
Okay. Oh, it's upside down. Why'd you deal them upside down? So, here's your pick your poison.
Okay, we got two more of these.
Step in dog poop at least once every time you leave the house.
Oh, God. Okay.
Or have the number of days since you've had sex displayed on your forehead.
Is it just a number or does it say number of days? Like when it says no accident since? It's like that or it's just a number.
Oh, that's a good point. Have the number of days since you've had sex displayed. It doesn't say specifically.
It's your card. What do you think it should be?
I feel like it's gonna say had boom boom this many days ago. Got railed this many days. I mean, it couldn't just said had sex whatever days ago. No.
It's not as fun.
That's boring. I did it all for the nookie. There it is. Did it all for the nookie this many days ago.
X days ago.
Yeah.
Beth said just put a beanie over it and don't worry about it.
That's cheating. Oh,
Is it?
I never even think about that.
I just feel like where we live in our little community here, I probably step in dog poo once a day anyways, every time I leave the house. So
Sometimes
Is
it feels
it?
like that.
I feel like that's just our life.
But I also feel like if you know it's going to happen, just always have a second pair of shoes.
yeah,
ready.
just take your shoes off as soon as you get before you get in the house.
Oh, it's like barefoot in the poo?
No.
Like, that's what it's like.
You step in, you get to your front patio, you take your shoes off.
No, I just meant like every time you leave the house, you're like leaving to go somewhere, right?
And have a backup pair in the car.
So, yeah, well, just, or in your hands. Why does it have to be in the car? Like,
Why can't I shoes off? Listen,
because you're going to step in dog poo.
just wait till I get in the car.
Because then you're saying you're gonna plan and have a pair of shoes in your car, and you're gonna plan ahead every time.
Yes,
You can't plan ahead for nothing.
that is not true.
Well, what do you plan ahead for?
Every trip I go on, I plan ahead.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I
You
always
call
have two
some-
pairs of shoes.
What?
Always have two pairs of shoes when I travel.
On your person at all times.
Yes,
In the car.
yes. When I travel for work, I wear a pair of
But
slides,
now you're gonna have to do this.
and then I keep tennis shoes in
You're gonna
the
have to do
front
this
seat.
every single day now.
Yeah,
No matter what. Go to
Oh.
the car to get a cup.
that's fair. I'll do it.
Go to the mailbox. Go for a walk.
Angel said shoe covers.
No, I do the poop. No, I just would. I was like, I know I have. I mean, if that's a thing I already know,
Yeah,
I'd be like, I've got this pair of shoes that I step and poop in.
yeah.
I go out and go, there's the poop, and then swap my shoes. It's the same pair of shoes I step and the poop in.
Right.
Right. It's probably they're
Cakes.
like now they're what are the rain boots. I just leave the house every day in rain boots.
Yeah.
And they go boop, and then swap my shoes.
All right, you ready?
Have a little satchel with my extra pair of shoes.
Ooh, okay. Eat cigarette butts from a public ashtray.
Done that. Not on purpose.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
Ooh. The ashtray.
Yeah, shooting yourself seems kind of harsh.
Well, I mean, I've had a nail go through my foot before.
Same.
Yeah. So it's like, this. I think I've told it. Have I
But I
told this
mean,
story
you
on here?
could have your. I mean, but if it's like a through and through,
I've also drank.
it'll heal.
I've drank a bottle of beer that was full of ashes and stuff. Like so I said, I've done that. It was at a party in.
Yeah,
Red
I'll just
Lodge.
shoot myself in the foot
Really?
because it's like, oh, I mean, yeah,
No, because no.
because that's not gonna make me vomit.
Okay, but the other one you have to like have it sewn up and go
No,
to the
you
doctor.
don't.
Or you have to have it at least cleaned out
Yeah,
by a doctor.
but otherwise,
it's gonna-
I'm vomiting or pooing myself like
Yeah.
for 24 to 48 hours.
which is free. You shoot yourself in the foot.
It's not
gonna
always
cost
free.
you like $1,000.
No.
If you throw up, you're going to the hospital.
First off, your country, you know good and well when you shoot yourself in the foot or step on a nail, you didn't go to the hospital. You dealt with it and moved on with your life.
I was a kid.
Yes.
The story is horses were loose. You want to know the story?
No. I'm just kidding.
It's a podcast, but go ahead. Keep going.
No, go. Horses were loose.
Horses were loose. My mom said, go in here, and it was like a stable or whatever. Go in there and don't you move. And I was like, okay. So I went in there, stepped on a nail,
Yeah.
went through my foot,
Yeah.
and I just stood there
Yeah.
until all the horses were gone. They came back, and she's like, you need to get out of that stall. And I was like, I can't. I stepped on a nail. She's like, that's fine. Just come on out of there. I was like, no, I stepped on a nail. She's like, but you need to get out of there. I was like, I stepped on a nail. Like I was the calmest injury kid you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
It went through my foot. I did have to go to the hospital, but only because they cleaned it out.
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything else but like shove a swab in it and try and clean it out, that kind of thing. So I remember that. Another time, like not through my foot, but it was like all four of my fingers were slammed in the door and shut.
Yeah.
Shut. And we drove off.
That's disgusting.
And I'm trying to tell my mom, I was like, Mom, my hand, I slammed my hand on the door. She goes, that's fine. We can look at it when we get there. I was like, no, they're in the door.
Is this why you don't listen to anybody anymore? Because you're like, I need to be heard.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I was like, I sat there, I was like, my hand is like shut in the door.
So you're not shooting yourself eating at cigarette butts.
Yeah, because I've done that because I was like 16, 17. I was at a party in Red Lodge, Montana with a bunch of Canadian skiers.
So you did as a child.
16 or 17.
Right.
Right.
You're now
And I was like,
50.
and I'm like, you know, because I'm drinking beer. I'm 17. I was like, whoa, 16. I'm getting drunk. Blah. So I grabbed the one that everybody was putting their cigarette butts in and just chugged it.
You can't have
Totally
a
threw
burger
up.
at the age of 50 without being jacked
And I
up.
threw
But you
up.
think you're going to be able to
And I
eat
threw up.
cigarette butts.
Yeah, I was like, isn't there like
At the age of 50, you think you're able to eat
just
cigarette
clean
butts.
me out.
All
Just
right.
clean me out, bro.
Beth said, are the cigarettes directly out of the ashtray? Can I throw them in a blender and make them into a milkshake?
A cigarette smoothie.
Because it doesn't say it's in a beer. It says you eat them from a public ashtray. Like you see it in an ashtray, you just hop them in your mouth.
Is that no? They're from what I think where she's coming from.
Can
is
you
there-
take them and do something else
It's
with
from
them?
a public, like you're grabbing a public ashtray and consuming them.
F that.
Good call.
Shoot myself in the foot.
Just mix it in with whatever that fancy juice stuff that you were getting from.
I said it
Sprouts.
once. I'll say it again.
What was it
F
called?
That.
What
I
was
don't.
that brand of
of
stuff?
Vino.
Just
of
put a
Becco,
little,
of,
yeah, just put a little
not
of that
Vino.
and put a little tequila in it.
Absolutely not.
You got that's like naturally smoked salt right there.
Disgusting.
Smoked salt.
No. What you got?
I don't know what we're doing. Are we still playing?
I know we're already at 9. One more. One more.
All right. Oh, this is easy.
Well, then pick another one.
First is, can we move forward with the podcast? We just want to just randomize everything.
Go.
Golly,
Jiminy
that is a little
Christmas.
drastic.
I know.
I need to get us something. Okay, here they are. This is a little bit more comparable.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a lot. All right. First one is get shot in both kneecaps.
Ugh. Okay.
Or flattened a field of puppies with a steamroller.
That's terrible. Obviously, I have to get shot in my kneecaps.
Right?
You can't hurt the
Right.
puppies.
I was like, shoot me in the kneecaps.
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Easily.
we'll
I
figure that
could never.
We'll figure it out.
Now, if you said cats, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's awful. No, I just feel like,
I could never.
right? I felt like that was a much better,
Ugh.
because the other one was use hot sauce as eye drops. I was like, okay, I
Ew.
just don't use eye drops.
But, ew.
Right? It was like, just like
Yeah.
you do it once and go, I don't need eye drops.
Yeah.
But those two are very like,
Yeah, no.
I got to shoot myself.
Absolutely.
shoot
Shoot
me
me
in
in
the
my kneecaps.
kneecaps.
Yeah. I can still walk after that.
Hire a professional that's going to shoot him in
Yeah.
the right spot.
Through and through. Let's be right here.
But seriously.
All right, you ready for your last
oh,
one?
Man. Yeah,
Relive the moment of your birth each year on your birthday.
I do. I already did that.
Have a spider crawl in your ear and lay its eggs while you're asleep. Every day.
Oh, then the other one.
You gotta relive your birth.
Yeah. I was like, relive my birth what?
Every year on your birthday.
Oh, why would I? Okay, that's fine. That's once a year.
I know.
What's the other one?
Every day.
Okay, do you know how many,
Okay, here. Let's.
how many
wait,
eggs
let's,
does a
let's
spider-
separate this. Once a year.
once a year what?
Once a year, you're gonna have a spider crawl in your ear and lay its eggs while you're asleep.
That's fine.
They're both once a year.
No, the birth.
You'd rather have birth than a spider lay eggs
I'm not
in your
I'm
ear?
not having birth. I'm reliving my birth.
You have to come out of your mom's vajayjay every year?
Not as a 230-pound human, probably not.
Right, but you're gonna remember it.
Yes.
Oh, F that.
That'd be way
Take the
better.
spiders.
You take the spiders.
Have babies in my ears.
Okay, but how many, like, somebody can look that up. How many eggs does a spider lay?
Like 100.
At least.
Yeah.
Like, minimum.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with that for the next fucking year. Sorry. I said the F word.
Language.
You're dealing with that for so long. And spiders, it depends on the spider. They could bite. They could go into other orifices. They could be in other places. And now you have other adult one. Like, no, that's like the beginning of the apocalypse. Like, now I'm a zombie spider. Bah!
I'll tell you right now, knowing you could live through this twice. You could be born from your mom's vajayjay, remember it twice. And then you'd be like, never mind. I'll give you 2 times. And then you're like, I realize I can't do this.
Well, I mean, the two things are very similar. Correct. They are very similar. If you know me, these are very similar things. But I would have to choose that because at that point I'd be like, if you're going to relive it, you're a child. You're going to relive your birth as a like newborn thing, and maybe that would fix some of the crap that's going on in me. It might fix some of that crap that that the issues I have with my parents. Maybe
it could make it worse.
I don't know. It's worth a try.
Yeah, no.
Because we're not trying anything else.
You could.
Spider therapy's not working.
You don't know. That could be it.
Spider therapy could be it.
We watched Sting. The trailer.
Just the trailer. Yeah, we did watch the trailer.
All right, that's it for PYP. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. If you didn't tune in and you're watching this later, please comment. Please follow. Please subscribe. Just so you know when we're here again, because we do like chatting with you instead of at you.
Yes.
And I think the way we mostly end is we do this online as much as we can, but remember that we want everybody to be encouraged to show up in real life.
Yes.
Right. So our biggest point of having all this silliness and talk about serious crap and then stupid crap all the time is so to encourage other people to have conversations and talk about the things that you usually don't talk about. So show up in real life, because we're going to do that a lot more. We used to do it a few months ago. Now we're going to do it again.
Yes.
We take a couple months off and don't travel.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it can be, but we're getting back in that cycle. We're going to start showing up again. So get ready for us to tell you some experiences that were after the fact when we come back from. We have some traveling going on. We're going to see an anniversary in Disneyland.
Yes.
We might go to Canada.
Yes.
We're definitely going to the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
We might. What is the other one?
I'm going to New Orleans.
New Orleans. She's going to New Orleans to show up there. We are talking about maybe a short stint in San Diego.
Yes.
Go out and do stuff, experience stuff, and show up for other people in real life. It really means a lot. It means a lot more than you think it does.
Yeah.
But until next week.
Adios con leche.
Yeah. Show up in real life with milk.
And I loved it. Bye.